All right, guys. Last we left off was a clusterfuck show of a session. Essentially, after making your way through this Yuan-Ti-infested city known as Brekka, once this golden palaced capital of the southeastern trade lands, this was like the beacon of commerce. This was the beacon of trade and inclusion. It was the Manhattan fucking Soho of the world here. You know, different races, creeds, religions. You know, you could walk by a demon who might have just been a trader and people would be okay with it in this town. It was an all-inclusive situation. However, over the course of recent events that you have discovered with this dungeon crawl, there seems to be some sort of a miss going on here. Something was amiss where Hatsi, Nieth, haven't heard about Seth, Baron Seth, but clearly he doesn't seem to be in the picture at the moment. Nevertheless, with a little bit of dagger magic and maybe some other stuffs going on, a takeover happened, a coup, so to speak. Now infested with Yuan-Ti, and the signs have been very clear about the changing people into other Yuan-Ti via some sort of cult or cult-like magic. Pushing through the sewers, you find the sewers being the most safest route to get to your target destination. In this case here, the catacombs or the vaults of the Golden Palace. Finding an actual entrance into the Golden Palace. Somewhat secret, not secret entrance, as it was practically clad in gold. You make your way into these tunnels, these hallways that are trimmed in gold, shiny gold plating, golden statues. Everything was gold to the touch. Even the doors trimming had gold on it. You know, and a couple of fights happen here as you cut your way through guards and hiding in big giant crates full of flour and craziness going on. Nevertheless, you make your way into and find the seed. This magical seed that you were kind of tasked with getting through Ethor. Unfortunately, the sounds of a fellow teammate echoing through the chambers. The emotional responses through many of our heroes here felt it necessary to assist their clearly beaten companion. Making your way into this cathedral, smashing through the doors, you see the end of Zarkul as his neck was shattered and tossed through 5 or 6 church pews by this psionic fucking Vader grip. Wow! A fight ensues with Nieth. That didn't go so well for Nieth. Having beaten the shit out of Nieth and Hatsi combined, out of desperation, Hatsi seems to have used Nieth's sacrifice to use his forbidden type of magic that you've probably never even seen before, manifesting this visual light orb around you and shattered through the walls of this cathedral, flying across distant lands as you see an ocean of sand pass by. You see trees that are on fire pass by. Your elevation gets higher and higher and higher, like a comet going across the sky, until boom, you smash into the side of this mountain and everything goes black. It's unknown to you exactly how long you guys were knocked out for. But as you wake up one at a time, you find yourselves all covered in snow. Many of you have to dig yourself out just to kind of get a look around of where you guys are. And after kind of gathering all your shit together and recognizing your situation that you're in, you feel it to be appropriate to get your asses down the mountainside. Unfortunately, Ramil already taken the hint and dedicated to saving Nanu and everyone that's been left behind, leads the way, but unfortunately succumbs to the cold and is on death's door as Wrath finds his hand sticking out of the snow. Catering to his health and kind of assisting his way down the mountain. The path down the mountain is very slow going. Snow up to your knees, sometimes your hips, sometimes to your thigh. As the wind pushes everything around, Arctic conditions is absolutely frigid. As you all find yourself suffering from momentary lapses of the word that starts with an E, exhaustion. As you guys find yourselves getting more and more exhausted, you do smell this briny, sulfur-like warmth in the air, and as you find your way towards it, you come to find out that it seems to be some sort of a hot spring surrounded by jets of rocks everywhere. As these rocks do break line of sight, almost as if a volcanic something happened here that pushed these rocks from within the earth itself, creating a feature on the side of this mountain, a feature that's not easily seen because of how much snow is on the ground here. But nevertheless, as you find out and discover that this water has some sort of acidic property to it, unfortunately you are unable to dive in, but you do find its warmth nearby somewhat comforting in your situation. And as the level of the fog that radiates around this bog-like condition in the mountains, this brine fucking hot spring, the mist is just there, really, really obscuring distance. Many of your guys' sight lines are no more than maybe 15 to maybe 30 feet at tops. It's at that point that you hear, as the sun was going down, whoa, whoa, and you just hear the sounds of giant wings flying overhead. And I believe that is where we left off on our last session. Look at me, I'm fucking drooling. We're gonna get going here. So, it's at this point in time. It is at this point in time that we start our journey, folks. As you hear these wings, woof, woof, you then hear, not soon after, the sound of boom, as if something hit the earth fairly close by.
Wrath is. Can I look around to see if there's anywhere for us to hide, like any type of cave, or even not necessarily even cave, but like rocks leaning up to make like a lean-to or something?
Yeah. So there's the area in here, although it's extremely barren. Think of a desert, but snow on the side of a cliff, on the side of a mountain, right? And you'll have these jets of rocks. Now, fortunately, the way these springs were formed, there are a lot of these rock outcroppings. So yes, it's almost like a labyrinth of rocks in a way. However, that's literally all there is. You might see some broken crags here and there, but it's very much covered in snow. So any details that as you look around, you're not certain if these rocks have holes in them because they're just kind of covered in snow and ice. But there are absolutely line of sight breaks all over the place.
Okay. I have a certain intuition about this. I shall go and investigate. Moteta's gonna go towards the large, thumpy thing.
Okay.
Would you like company?
Of course.
Okay, so
Wrath will go with him.
So we got those two looking to investigate. What are the other four? What are the other four thinking right now? Like, what do you guys want to do?
I would tag along if it's not too late.
Okay, that's fine.
If one's going, Jane's going.
Okay, we got four going.
She does not want to leave the hot spring. If that is what the party wants to do.
Well, Ramil's unconscious, so someone needs to stay with him.
I'll drag him.
Just take him along. You want to see this, Ramil?
Ramil's just a puppet.
So, Khajiit, just for clarity, are you staying with Ramil, or are you going with the party while dragging Ramil, or the party dragging Ramil? What's the overall verdict there?
I don't think Ramil has a choice, so is Zanatanda dragging him?
Yeah, I'm dragging him along.
Okay.
Then I'm following and hating every minute.
Okay. It doesn't take long, right? So, and you know what? It's probably better if I just kind of sort of illustrate here, just to kind of get the concept of the situation, because it is important. Let me get my pen tool out here. So I'm going to do a bird's eye. Please understand that there is a steep grade here. You know what I mean? Steep enough that you can sled down this hill if you had to. Essentially, if this square represents the location you're in, and let's just say this circle is like the hot springs, let's just say the X's would represent these little like rock crags that are just kind of like spikes coming out of the ground, these big rocky kind of spikes, right? And obviously this is not to scale, this is just to kind of give you an idea. The sound you are hearing right now is coming from, I'll put a triangle, which is also lower in elevation to where you are. So let's just say I'll put a 100 here to represent height, and this is a 0 here, once again, just to represent which angle the mountain's going down, right? So I'm going to reasonably say you guys, as you go to look around, you guys are kind of in this circle area for now. Okay, so who is first? I mean, Motete seemed extremely interested. I'm assuming he would be the first one kind of looking around. Would that be a fair assessment, or are we changing that strategy?
No, I said what I meant.
Beautiful. Why don't you go ahead and give me an investigation?
Okay.
Frog, just a point of note, I know we had made like a pile of our torches and we were slowly burning them. Wrath would have grabbed one and lit it to have like an actual torch with
Okay. Please be advised that it is in the process of sundown. So there's still light out, it's just dimming. Just to make sure we're on the same page there. Okay.
Well, he would have at least taken one.
Absolutely.
Maybe not lit it, but had it with.
Motete, I'm gonna send you a PM real quick just for validity on something, please.
Okay.
And forgive the really short bad sentence, but I think the message comes across. As a character, would your character yes or no to that question?
Sorry, I haven't looked at it yet.
That's
Give
all
me
right.
1 second.
Take your time.
No.
Okay. So as you peek around,
But he suspects as much.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, they're not mystery creatures by any stretch. So as you're the first one around that crag, but represented by that X there, let's say. And as you kind of look around, you quickly go, and you kind of like lean back. As you turn to express what you saw to the rest of your party, what you saw, I have a picture.
Ooh, pictures.
It looked a little like this.
Oh.
Asher's seen that before.
Yes, you have, Asher. So, nevertheless,
What colors?
I'm sorry?
Never mind. I want to ask that.
Well, I know, as you peeked around, I'll tell you exactly what you saw, because it's a very big creature, and it's not necessarily hiding. So, what you did recognize is how well it blends in with snow. And almost like you wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't moving around as rapidly as it was. And as you peek back and try to whisper, you hear... Where the fuck are my notes? Oh no. Hold on. You hear... Where are you? I can smell you.
Motete just thinks to himself, this is not the dragon he was looking for.
Wrath pees a little.
He was hoping it would run into Ethorb.
Are you hiding from me? I do love a good game.
Is this in common?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Fuck.
What the fuck are we gonna do, guys?
I smell Warm bodies.
What is it?
We can kill it. Or try to.
So far, Motete is the only one that's seen it, correct?
I'm sure he mentioned something, but I'll let Motete dictate that one.
Motete is, there's fight, flight, or freeze. He's frozen.
But just to get a feel for this, like when it speaks, is it like, do we feel like the reverberations of this thing's voice, or like how powerful is the voice we hear?
I get what you're saying.
It's definitely an alpha voice. Does it rumble the rocks? I mean, thematically, I could say yes because that's cool as shit. So you know what? Yes, the rocks vibrate slightly, and you could feel the bass in the voice. 100%. And now you start to hear boom, 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 as you start to feel vibrations moving.
Could I cast guidance on Wrath?
Sure. You cast guidance on Wrath. Absolutely. You do it quietly, too.
Wraths, since I was like right behind Motete, seeing that he's froze and worried about wanting to protect his friends and everything and not knowing what the shit it is, he is going to step out in front in the open to kind of be a distraction. And not attack the thing, but try and get its attention away to at least get where the party's not the center of the focus. And he's going to step out. And I guess that's whenever I would actually see the dragon for the first time.
We'll get to that. We'll get into that. Let's do one thing at a time. So what I will say is this. As the rest of you guys are basically all kind of leaned up against this crag. This crag is clearly, this X on the map here that I drew, it's clearly blocking line of sight. So there's no direct visibility at this moment. Although you do feel as if, because it's rumbling, it's boom, fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex rumbling on the ground as it's walking. So you would get a sense that it's currently moving while sniffing. Everyone would start to see Wrath getting ready to kind of step out into the clearing. Now, everyone is there. You guys are welcome to have a say or do before that happens. If not, we can definitely go with Wrath jumping out, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, Wrath would say I'll distract it.
If he passes by me, Motete is going to quietly reach over and grab him by the arm and hopefully prevent him from stepping out.
And I did say Khajiit was using Wrath or Anatan as a windshield. So
and he kind of goes like this.
I'm going to say it was Wrath, and he's just going to grab his cloak and just like hold it.
So, Wrath, it appears as if at least two of your cohorts are concerned with your current action.
He knows we're here. I can maybe distract him and buy you guys time. I'm not going to attack it. I just want to talk to it.
It knows that there are people here, not where we are.
Come out. I won't harm you.
Wrath's not a person.
Yeah.
Oh, the smell.
I'm soulless.
I smell human.
He doesn't
I
smell
identify as elf.
I think we might be able to talk to it. We'll see if it doesn't do us harm. I'll go out there and speak with it while you guys stay here and cover. I'm not going to try and fight it. I just want to talk to it.
As you break Motete's grab on your arm, it is what it is, and as you kind of lean forward, your cloak kind of just tears slightly as it rips out of Khajiit's hand, and you step out into the open. So I'm going to illustrate to once again get clarity. So hypothetically speaking, let's say you step out to this little red X, right? At this point, the triangle, which would represent, it is what it is. You guys aren't stupid. The dragon. And you know what? I'll even do one of these.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Would you like me to put my token on the board?
Nah, because it's not to scale. I only put him on the board to represent where his placement is in relation to the crags for line of sight, if that's a strategy or so. Let me just verify his size real quick, because I know this is a smaller token.
Has Rock gone robot for you guys?
He did for a second, but he's
Yeah.
It was a spike.
Yeah, you went really. Yeah, it was a lag spike.
My bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Huge. That's 15 feet by 15 feet, right?
Yeah.
9 squares, I think. Right? 9 squares.
Yep.
Yeah,
3 by 3. All right.
It's 3.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so as you stand out, Wrath, this creature you're staring at, you see his left wing walking counterclockwise to your location, and his head is breaking line of sight, and I will use a different color to represent that. You see his head breaking line of sight. So if this was his sight line, oops, that's the wrong button. If this was his sight line right here, he wouldn't be able to see you, but you see his massive side, his one wing that's kind of tucked in and behind, and you see his tail kind of thwipping, and as it thwips, it kind of furls snow, and it kind of just pushes snow drifts about, and you feel it, da-doom, 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 da-doom. That was quite a show. I saw you land. Tell me, come out, let's talk about it. How did you acquire such power?
Wrath will head to, like, not try and go directly at him, but kind of out to where a little bit away from the party, and just, say hello to it.
As this creature stops dead in his tracks, and right from behind the rock, you'll see him, like, if my hands were the rock, you see a dragon head go, kind of like looking, and all you see is you like the acting? And as the head kind of pops around, there you are. And it comes closer to you, right about here. You do not smell like your others. Are you alone?
I mean, there's multiple ways to answer that question. Like, I'm the only Warforged here, but
you smell of rust. Not appetizing at all.
I'm not that rusty. Why does everybody keep saying I'm rusty?
Ugh, I hate metallics. Prefer them shiny. You seem dull.
It's been a long few years. My name is Wrath.
Wrath. Clearly a name of your maker.
Yes. And Wrath sighs when he talks about at the mention of his maker, and like he twitches a little bit because he hates them. Yes, I didn't have a say in that name. But you saw us fly in, I suppose, not nearly as majestic as you can do. We were in Brecca.
Brecca. Overrun, I hear.
Yes.
A lost cause. Always a nuisance of a city.
Well, it looks like the Baroness had something to do with it. We were fighting them.
Who cares? I want to know. What is this that I feel? Something in your possession. A power.
Hold on one second. My computer's trying to restart for an update, and I'm trying to stop it. Sorry.
Is Wrath close enough to hear earshot from us?
Well, while Wrath is talking, while he's restarting his computer, you guys would all hear this conversation clear as day.
No. Like, is Wrath in earshot of us though?
Okay,
Like,
I'm back.
Yeah.
I would try and say something. Okay.
Metal One. Maybe tell him that Ethor sent us.
That was we're on the same page because we were trying to find something for he calls himself a Dragonborn, but I don't know if he is named Ethor.
And as he kind of furls up, his wings go out. Ethor!
You don't like Ethor?
Oh, I hate that guy.
He is a little pretentious.
Sorry, side note, this is really hard.
Like, whenever I mentioned Ethor's name, did I see him get aggressive towards us, or just like,
God,
I hate that guy?
He basically spun and kind of like just showing his full body. You actually see, as he takes a deep breath in when as his wings are up, you see his lungs kind of expand, and it kind of stretches the scales a little bit, making it kind of where you can almost see in between them. And you'll see this little light blue light that just glows from underneath. And as he kind of goes back down, it kind of closes up.
But it wasn't like he was being aggressive towards us, was what I was saying. Like, when I mentioned that name, it wasn't like he was about to attack us. He's just fluffing his feathers.
You can roll a fucking insight check if you'd like.
Okay. 5.
You know,
I couldn't. Shit.
It doesn't seem to you. I mean, it just seems like you're having a conversation with a dragon, a big white one.
Yeah.
And this thing, by big, I mean, even though his scale is only by rules is written a 15 by 15, the height of this motherfucker is, between the neck and tail alone, this is a very, very intimidating creature.
He said I didn't have a soul, and I didn't like that.
Because it's true. You metallics are all the same, devoid of anything worth keeping besides melting you down and turning you into riches.
I'd like to change that opinion someday.
You may try. That's if you can get off this mountain.
We just want to get off the mountain. I assume this is your home. And
I am the master of these lands and these mountains. Anything the snow touches is mine. It will always be mine. And those orcs think they can take it. And they won't, and they will not.
I have never fought orcs before, although some of my training was to combat them.
I care not of your thoughts. I came to know where's the rest of your people that I smell. Their stench is in the air.
Wrath is thinking in his head, hopefully they're moving the fuck away from you.
The creature kind of goes behind one of the crags, and the head kind of lifts over the top, where all you see is his head poking over the top of one of these crags, looking at you. They surely are around here somewhere.
To be honest, you're kind of scaring the hell out of us. We just got the
So I am correct then, there are more than just you.
You said
oh my god, he's gonna get us all killed.
You said you could smell them. Like, it's not like I lied.
Motete will hand over the seed to Khajiit and then step out.
Sure. As you
say,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And he'll say, "Oh, great dragon, forgive us for intruding into your territory unannounced. It was an involuntary move on our part. However, I heard that you will have some issues with some orcs. I propose a trade of mutual assistance. You provide us, allow us to leave safely, and we will get rid of this orc problem for you."
Persuasion.
He should keep his mouth shut.
So there's the human. And this human thinks, this weak, measly, frail individual thinks you can make barters with me, the likes of me, Skaman? You actually see the dragon's head because it's like currently like this. You'll see it kind of like as you come out, its head kind of goes like around the side, and it's just kind of staring at you from the side of the crag. And then it kind of wraps around to show you its full glory when it says Skaman once again. And as its wings fucking furl up, just the snow just kind of does that little spinny kind of gust.
So, oh, great dragon, all I ask is that you not spare us your wrath in exchange.
Exchange for what?
We-
I don't need your help with these filthy greens. I sense a power. What is it you carry?
Should we just tell him?
So, while you pause and think about that, I'm going to take a pause break. We're going to go behind the rock. So, we have Khajiit, who you got palmed this seed. So, Khajiit, as this thing hits your palm, it's warm to the touch. And it radiates. It's like a glowing ball of light. It's in the shape of a seed. And the seed itself is like the size of a golf ball. And it flashes and radiates it. But because the way you're holding it, you actually feel like there seems to be like a pressure pushing it as if it's trying to make its way to your bag.
I mean, I'm just trying to hold on to this thing, and I'm scared shitless seeing this dragon. So I rolled a stealth. He's trying to be as small and back away from this thing without breaking line of sight as possible.
Okay. What about you, Anatanda?
Just like propping. I guess I would prop Ramil up against the rock, so I'm not holding him anymore.
Okay. You could lean him up. That's perfectly fine. Ramil, you're currently like this.
As he does that, I'd probably come back into consciousness briefly.
Okay.
And I'll just whisper to him, "Safely now hidden under snow, and so we end."
Sure,
I'm on board. As he passes back out.
What the fuck are you talking about? And I'd shake him a little bit.
Awesome. So, Jane, you see Anatanda place him down, shake him up a little bit. You see fucking Khajiit trying to make himself as tiny as possible. Where's Jane at with all this?
I think Jane's scared and confused because he keeps talking about this great power and she has no idea what he's talking about or what these people have done before they saved her. So she's completely clueless, and I actually think that she'll ask Khajiit, who's next to her, what great power is he talking about?
He's probably talking about the box.
What box? The golden one?
Just put it away. Now's not the time. We don't want to attract any unnecessary attention.
What even is that box?
How noticeable is the pull frog?
How noticeable is the...
No, the pull from the seed.
Like magnets, but I'm not saying it's like king. It's not one of those, but you definitely feel as if it's trying to go there. You know what I mean? But it's not like a small child pulling on your arm.
Yeah, if it's not noticeable, I'm gonna be in on fright of this dragon, so I'm going to hide it in my backpack next to the cube.
Okay. So.
Yep.
Okay. So.
The nuclear option.
You kind of told me to hide it. It makes sense to Khajiit.
Wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Just so the whole party dies.
As you...
Hold on. Let's do this. I'm gonna put it in my backpack.
No, it's fine.
If it's lower than a 10, it's next to the cube.
Well, it
I
doesn't.
4 out of 10. It's a natural 1.
It's meant to be.
I throw it right on top of the cube.
As you quickly, because once again, you're sitting, you hear in your backpack stink, and you start to hear like a, and what sounds like static electricity crackling. The bag. Oh no! Hold on, I need to open up your character sheet.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
There's a lot of oil in there.
Shit.
I would like to take cover behind a different rock.
Okay. You. Oh my god. See, this is why I can't have my camera on. So, as you place it in your backpack and you hear the clink and the static and the boop, 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 you start to feel this radiation. And at first, you didn't pay it much mind, but the threads that are holding your backpack together, you start to see light bleeding through it. And it starts to feel warm as it begins to radiate so warm. And you know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Where's my dice? Where's my dice? I'm going to give you the benefit
Bye,
of the doubt.
guys. I'm going to make a new character sheet.
I think 4 of us might be. I think 4 of us might be.
If I don't get one shot, I can save you.
Okay. Unfortunately, your oil flasks failed its Constitution saving throw. As the warmth,
Am I on fire?
you not only hear, you start to hear as your bag catches fire. Anything that is burnable on the inside of your bag would also catch fire.
Oh, no.
You feel your bag on your back. You feel it begin to smolder. You're not on fire. The bag is from the inside, and you are very well aware of it. It begins to actually radiate some smoke.
Can I? Are you doing something?
Oh no, I was just thinking.
I was gonna say,
if you're
if
seeing
I
this-
see it, if I see his bag on fire, I'm just gonna try and rip it off of him, and I'm gonna throw it away from us,
Okay.
like down the mountain. Right? The dragon is up the mountain.
No, the dragon is down the mountain.
Oh, he's down. Okay, I would throw it the opposite way of the dragon.
Throw it into the acid pool.
I'm sorry, is that your final answer? You're going to throw it up the mountain or into the acid pool? Look at Steven's face like, no, not
Sorry,
the acid.
I've got.
Throw it off to the side so you don't cause an avalanche that kills all of us.
Acid pool. Acid pool.
I would throw it up,
You would throw
like
it up the
away
mountain.
from us. Away from us.
Okay, so I'm going to reasonably say that you guys are in the square that I have circled. Why don't you give me just a straight up strength check with no modifiers to represent how many 5 feet squares you throw it away. So every 5 that you roll would basically every number on the die would equate to 1 foot. Wow.
I hurl it.
All right.
So you said times 5?
No, not times 5.
No,
Every
it's
number on the
20
dice, so
feet.
20 feet.
Oh, okay.
So as you whip it, and I will draw it on the mini map here in green. 5, 10,
Now
15.
you nay.
I'm just going to put it right here because that would be cool. Boom! And you chuck it. Now there's this flaming fucking bag that just kind of goes into like 3 feet of snow. And you start to see this snow begin to radiate. As this is happening, we're going to go back to the conversation. As Motete attempts to barter Skaman, as he calls himself, tell me, cloaked, skinny, frail man. Fuck, this voice hurts. How is it you became to be up here? How did you make the purple line of light that scoured the face of my home.
We defeated those who were had taken over the city, and they cast a spell upon us and threw us across the sky like a comet.
He looks at you, squints his eyes. You lie! And he spins his tail and slams into this crag, shattering it completely as the debris kind of goes down the hill.
That's what happened. It was the Baroness and some guy named Nieth.
He comes 5 feet closer.
We speak the truth.
We fought them. We almost had Neth killed. And they brought the roof down on us. We survived that. And she pointed this dagger thing at a glowing orb in the sky. And Neth started crackling and broke apart and formed this sphere around us. And then we were flying. And we flew into the side of the mountain.
You can't.
And it's really cold.
You can't just get rid of the servant of Baruaba like that.
I don't know what
she does not perish. She is not of this realm. You lie.
What are you talking about? I honestly don't know who you're talking about. The servant of Baru... what?
Hatsi.
Wrath and Josh are confused.
The servant of Baruaba, Hatsi. You're right. You haven't learned this news yet.
Yeah.
Perhaps we didn't defeat her, but those are the circumstances by which we came here, as we understand them.
So what brings you to Brekka to begin with? As he kind of licks the outer rim of his mouth as he looks at Motete.
We were on a mission of mercy and heroism. We wished to free the city.
Some of us were from a refugee camp that was attacked. Some of us came from the very mountains that you rule over. We all have lost our homes and met together at Brekka, outside of Brekka.
It's at this point that the bag is flying on fire and hits the snow. Skaman kind of perks its head up, sees this just smoke emanating from a crater of snow. Oh, and he kind of takes a step back. What is it you're doing to me?
What are they doing? Do we notice the backpack flying?
I mean, you'd look around. I'm sure you're at least in tune with your surroundings, and there is a pillar of smoke coming out of the green circle.
Doing to him? Does it seem like he's being affected somehow?
It doesn't seem like he's being affected. More like him being cautious.
What in the hell are they doing? I don't know what's going on.
How many more snacks are out there?
No, you said you weren't gonna hurt us, and now it seems like you're gonna hurt us.
Well, if I'm not gonna leave here with whatever it is you're keeping from me, I may as well stay for lunch. So, everyone would see and like just this kind of miniature eruption of snow. Things that are in your bag get scattered about 15 feet in all direction of this little snowy crater. Anything that was flammable is burned. So you're welcome to go through your list. Anything that's metallic would be scoured, not burned completely, but it would have, signs of being burned in a fire. And you know what? I'll leave it at that for now.
Like, what the hell is that? Who are you people? What are you carrying around with you?
You start to see Skaman move, kind of breaks all line of sight with you guys as he seems to go behind some crags. Now tell me, where is it? I want it. Give it to me.
What the hell did you guys do? Wrath says, like, loud enough for the other group to hear him. Motete, should we just tell him about the seed and the cube? He would say quieter to you. Since we're close to each other.
Alright, so I have a scroll of arcane gates.
Okay.
I don't know where that goes.
What goes arcane gate?
What does
Well,
that
that changes things, doesn't it?
Wait, out of character, what the fuck is arcane gate?
Yeah, what is Arcane Gate?
It's a 6th level spell.
What does it do? Or is it just one of those hold on to your butts and I'll find out?
Well, so here, arcane gates.
Spud shit.
You create a linked teleportation portals that remain open for the duration. Choose 2 points on the ground you can see, 1 point, then 10 feet of you, and 1 point 500 feet of you. A circular portal, 10 feet in diameter, opens over each point. If the portal would open in space occupied by, I guess it's only 500 feet. No, that sucks.
Well, it's not,
The portals
actually. I can see a lot of use in that.
Yeah, it's not the escape.
You know, it might not be
Method that
the
I was
escape
hoping.
that you were originally looking at, but there's still some use in that.
Do you have any... What should we do? Wrath's ready to spill the beans because he's, like, thinking we're all about to die.
I know you don't like beans, but you really gotta spill them all over the floor like that? Come on now.
It's a fucking dragon! It's a dragon!
we faced down the dragon before.
No, we haven't.
Well, so we can fight them.
We'll die.
We would probably die. Though we could barely make it. Though I would say it's more likely to die though.
Yeah.
With a chance of winning. We can give him the stuff. Of course, he'll probably want all the stuff because he's a dragon. So, and then he'll probably take all their stuff and then eat us because he's evil. He's an evil dragon.
Just assume it's alignment like that.
Or I tried to bargain with him. Didn't work out so well. Maybe someone else with better charisma than I do because I got a -1 to my charisma checks. Or rerun. I don't know how we're gonna outrun a dragon, but that's another option.
500 feet down the mountain sounds a lot fucking better than here. Like,
What you doing, bud?
Can we all so does it open up like a portal that we all just like run through and then
So
boop, we're 500
you
feet down the
ever
mountain?
watch the movie Sonic the Hedgehog?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, like just a portal. It's basically the game Portal,
Yeah.
arcane game.
Okay, so it opens up like a door. We run through it, then pop out 500 feet down the mountain.
Wherever
Like a straight
Motete
line.
chooses, within 500 feet, yeah, that he can see.
Okay. Oh shit! So you have to be able to see.
I mean, technically, well, no, because it has to be a point on the ground. He can't be in the air either, so it has to be ground. The point he chooses to teleport to could be on the ground. So technically, if he's falling, he can wait 500. Well, it doesn't. You'd still die, but technically, he can be like arcane gate and go right into it. But yeah. Anyway, I digress. Continue.
The only other thing I could think of is that somehow this seed cube thing is going to like do something that's going to harm the dragon or something, or prevent him from harming us. So I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we're about to die.
I guess we could make a run. I think that's probably the less dangerous option.
So we also
Grab-
are we metagaming this right now? Are we thinking?
Yeah, it seems to be a strategy session at the moment. As far as
Because
if we have to pull the lever, what's the plan? It seems like.
At one point, I would mention that Ramil looks pretty effed up.
Yeah, we can't fight. We can't fight a fucking dragon right now.
Yeah,
That's true.
he
We're
also
down a
looks
guy.
like he can't move either. He's looking pretty
Annoying one.
He's looking pretty slow at the moment.
Yeah. He's distracted by the seed in the cube. I say we run.
You can have it. Deuces.
Yeah. Deuces. And we run.
I mean, it's gonna.
Wait.
Yeah, let's run.
It's our only option. There's a fucking dragon.
But he's downhill. Wait, we're running uphill to get away
No,
from him?
we're running downhill. He's off to the side of us now, moving around. We're just running straight downhill away from this fucking thing. Uphill is death. To the side of us is death with dragons, so we just run downhill.
Well, guys, it was
Nope.
nice knowing you for like a whole day.
No good options.
Yeah, we are officially between a dragon and a hard place.
All right, so it appears as you wish to try to run. So let's add some let's fill in some blanks here. What's going on with Ramil? How are we going to address the Ramil situation?
Well, I already
Fuck
healed
it,
him
leave
as
him.
much as I could.
Yeah.
Hey, 5 is greater than 1.
You toss Ramil towards the dragon. Everyone's fucking all.
Here's dinner.
I'll whip out the scroll just in case we need a little extra, jump.
Okay. So we still haven't addressed the Ramil situation.
Just everybody pick them up and go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to carry him.
Okay.
Everybody grab a limb.
All right, cool. So, as Skaman moves out of your line of sight, and you two kind of are whispering and kind of getting everything together, Skaman, you would hear as you kind of hear his claws digging into rock, and you kind of see just the top of his head and wingspan as it kind of pushes, like he's almost using the two crags in front of him and kind of like lifting himself over to look down. There you are.
Hi there. Something's over there. It's on fire. I don't know if that interests you or anything.
Run.
You know what? Roll me a perception check, Jane. Or not perception,
Perception?
sorry.
Persuasion,
Thank you.
19.
Hold, please. An old smell. An ancient smell. And you'll see Skaman literally crawl over you guys. One of his feet slams in between Motete and Wrath and the rest of the party. You could look up and you literally can almost graze Skaman's scales on his bottom side. as he goes up towards the green burning circle, which is nothing
All
more.
right, let's get out of here. And I grab onto Ramil.
Wrath will we'll go over, grab an arm, and help carry him down the fucking mountain.
Okay. As you haul ass down the mountain with Ramil being fucking tugboated behind, Khajiit throws him in the snow and fucking surfs down him. You'll actually see, as you're hauling ass and just kind of, mind you, the snow's up to your hips here. So this is not an easy sprint. Nevertheless, you'll look up and you'll see Skaman kind of ripping apart the snow. Where is it? Where is it?
If I may,
Yes.
right before I take off, I would like to use my telekinetic movement to snatch the bag and have it
Which
being
bag?
pulled towards me. The bag that's on fire.
It's 3 feet.
The one that I threw. The one that I threw, right? So the one with the stuff, like the cube, I guess.
Yeah, my bag.
Yeah, his bag. The one that I threw.
That's done disintegrated, man.
Okay, so it's just like a bunch of items and...
You're probably dealing with the kid or something. Yeah, it kind of, after the cube and the seed kind of mated, it went in a little miniature explosion. So you'll actually see 15 feet circumference around the where you threw the bag. You'll just see Khajiit's burnt, scattered shit everywhere. And you'll see skin.
Yeah, I thought the bag was just burning. I thought the bag was...
Oh, yeah, it burned. It burned, and it blew up flasks of oil and acid. So yeah, that's gone. But nevertheless, you will start seeing Skaman kind of pulling it apart. Clearly, there's something of interest here. But you guys begin to haul ass down the mountainside to the best of your ability, which with this case, I'm going to go ahead and say half speed because of the 3 feet of snow. And you continue to go down the hill. I'm going to reasonably say you're about 400 feet away by the time you hear Skaman echoing in the snow. At this point, you can't even see Skaman because you see the snow is still very much here. Not to mention his movement up there is kind of disturbing snow. And you will hear him say, "Ah, there it is. The ultimate treasure. I could stop Beruaba."
What's his problem now?
Is it still radiating heat?
What is?
Is the
Or light, you mean?
cube, is it still like radiating light or heat or anything like that?
Not
Does
that
it look
you
like?
can tell. I'm giving that one to you for free. Not that you can tell. As far as you're concerned, it's with your bag, and you know your bag is engulfed in flame and acid. So it would be difficult for you to distinguish that at this point. But if you were to look up, all you would see is smoke. You don't see light. You don't see any of that. But you do hear Skaman indicating something of value that he has found.
Don't we need that cube?
Wait, he just said he could kill Beruaba.
Yeah. But he also seems like he wanted to kill us.
It was the lesser of two evils.
Hooded one, do you still have that scroll?
Yes.
Could we use it to snatch the cube and keep running?
And we'll just put us back in the same situation we were in before.
Is
Do
it
you think he saw-
is it passable twice? Let me read that spell again here.
I think isn't it like concentration or something like that?
1 second here. Arcane Gate.
Up to 10 minutes.
My question is during the 10 minutes, can you go back and forth? That's
Yeah, I think so. It's only visible from whichever way you come in and out of it, though.
Any creature or object entering the portal exits from the other portal as if the two are adjacent to each other. Passing through the portal from the non-portal side has no effect, blah, 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 blah. The mist that fills each portal is opaque and blocks the vision through it. On your turn, you can rotate the rings as a bonus action to face different directions. It doesn't say that you can only do it once. 2 points in the ground, you can see 10 feet. Okay, I'm going to say as long as you keep it open, you can pass back and forth.
Okay. That's how you read it.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not keen on fighting a dragon.
Khajiit feels like we need this thing, right? That was the whole reason why we went to the Brekka.
Like, what even is that thing?
We freed Brekka. That was our mission.
I lived in Brekka my entire life. I ain't never heard of no damn Q.
Did we free Brekka? The dragon seemed to think we did not.
No, when we fought them, we didn't. There was still the sand that we flew through. That was to kill using the seed would help us open up the box to where we could kill the mummy thing.
And this is all while we're running.
Yeah.
But he
There's a mummy
has a
with him, Lalo?
common enemy. He just said he wants to kill Berwaba as well.
Yes, maybe he could help. I don't know. This is all very confusing. I've never dealt with dragons before.
Maybe instead of running, we could ask him, or perhaps try to bribe him again, saying that we would help him kill Berwaba.
He implied that he wanted to eat us.
Do you think we are far enough away to use this arcane gate scroll? Kind of like a safety thing. We can go in there, try and grab it, or try and talk to him.
Yeah, maybe. Motete, that's your ball field.
Is it though?
I mean, I can cast a spell, but I just don't know if we should do this.
He did say he could defeat him now. Maybe we just try being honest with him? And cards on the table.
Well, perhaps we should return to him some other time. We do know where he is layered. But right now, our friend Ramil needs assistance. We need some rest. If things were turn sour suddenly, we would be in a bad position.
Valid point.
Things have already turned pretty sour.
Yeah.
Khajiit has no things.
Wait, yeah, shit. What all was in your fucking bag?
Khajiit's things. Everything.
Yeah, we'll talk to the dragon later. Let's find somewhere to hide.
Okay.
Can you see the timber line yet?
It's not that far in front of you, to be honest with you. It's there. It's still a jog, but there's hope.
Let's make it to the trees at least.
Perhaps we could recruit Ethor to our cause and tell him what happened.
They seemed to not like each other.
Well, then that would at least give us a powerful ally.
If Ether is still alive.
And I think Ethor isn't a dragonborn because he acted like he knew him.
Being from the Whitestone Mountains, how long did it take me to get to the desert where they found me? How long would I have been traveling for, Frog?
Fair question. I need to text you.
Okay.
Hey, Anatonda, would you know anything about the dragon? Since you live in its mountains?
My backstory, maybe, but not on Anatonda.
What?
There's things in my backstory, but Anatonda's never seen or heard of a dragon.
No.
Makes sense, John?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So, continue. I don't know if that was a question that was in character, but... All right, cool.
Wait, for me or for them?
Yeah, for you.
No. Yeah, so, okay, I got my answer from you.
Okay, fair enough.
But my answer to them is... Anatonda doesn't know or didn't know about dragons before this.
As you guys continue, as you're kind of like holding Ramil, we could probably do this. Maybe we do it. I don't know. Don't know anything about dragons. I don't know. Maybe go that way. Maybe talk to Ethor. You're just kind of just shouting out these fucking ideas to each other as you're hauling ass down this mountainside. And occasionally you'll kind of snag a rock underneath the snow, but you kind of regain your footing. Once you almost dropped Ramil down by accident. Ramil, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Woohoo! I have disadvantage.
Ramil, you are coherent and awake, although still very weak, as you come to, probably because of all the shouting, commotion, the dragon kind of roaring, snow and bouncing up and down everywhere, but you kind of get, and you wake up. As you're looking up at the sky, but you feel your body fucking kind of bouncing around.
Well, this is a fun...
Uh-oh. Did I just lose internet? Check 1 2, check. Did I lose internet?
We can hear you.
Froze.
It froze.
Tabletop.
Just lay out tabletop.
Shit, let me save it. Fuck, I didn't save it! No! Dude, what is going on with our internet today? I'm gonna fuck. Sorry, guys. I apologize for the...
Oh, good.
Nevertheless, we're still in RP anyway. So as, you know, Ramil, you come to. I lost internet. I couldn't hear any responses you made as you came to.
Yeah, I just come to like, this is a nice view, guys. Where are you running from?
A dragon.
That sounds
Are
fun.
we still carrying him, or is he moving under his own power now?
Well, I'm still in the vision that he's very much on your shoulders, metaphorically speaking, at the moment. But you would look up, Ramil, to see the image of Skaman, wings furled out, and in his hand, he seems to be holding something, or in his foot, whatever the fuck. You see him clutching something. And you would absolutely see this frost breath kind of just blanket the sky as the particulates of the ice and snow start to come down as well. A mighty roar could have been heard as well. And you would hear echoing in the distance, "Now to deal with you."
Seems like the Pharaoh mummy thing isn't our problem anymore.
We need that to see the Feywild, though.
Was he like yelling in our direction when he said that?
I think it was a generic statement. There's a lot of snow in the way. It's obscured. Not to mention you're still very much in the fog line too. It'll be obscured, but you would absolutely have heard that.
Fuck.
We just needed the seed to open up the box so that way we could kill the Pharaoh thing. It wasn't to do... And that was going to help the other group of adventurers that are trying to save the Feywild Ramil.
What if he doesn't kill him?
Then I don't know. We will try and talk to him after we've rested and we aren't freezing to death.
Khajiit is not going to fucking fight a dragon. His stomach is still cut open.
You hear a very...
Should live.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying we should live to fight another day.
No sooner than you say that, you hear a very loud, thunderous bang. Almost like an explosion. Think of two giant boulders smashing into each other, kind of a sound. As you start to hear crumblings of large stones. As you guys are hauling ass into the tree line, which is maybe a few hundred yards away at this point, you begin to feel the ground rumble. Once again, there's snow, there's crags, there's fog. Visibility is very poor at this point in time. As you start to feel kind of a rumbling sound.
Whenever we hear the crash of, like you said, like the boulders slamming together.
Okay.
If Wrath looks back, is there like a light from an explosion? And like Skaman is gone? Or was it that him taking off and knocking over?
You're welcome to give me a percentage check. Oh my god. A perception check. And then if you have any exhaustion points, make sure you apply that to your skill.
I think everybody has one at least.
With a 7 in the snow, the obscurity, you guys are hauling ass, the panic. You look back, I will let you know that you do not see any light.
You went really robotic and
Sorry,
choppy. I couldn't hear you.
I was trying to communicate with Wrath. You would hear, you wouldn't see any light. Essentially, is basically the what I was trying to say. Remember, the sun is on the way down, so it's already dim to begin with. But you don't see any inherent light that you're looking for. You just feel the ground begin to vibrate.
Okay. Keep running.
Okay. You haul ass. Who's on the back? Who's in the back right now? Who's tailing the group?
I would assume that it would have been me and whoever else was helping me carry Ramel, and then Ramel.
I think we're all kind of clumped together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when that happens and you guys are in the process of hauling ass, like I said, the timber line is not that far in front, a couple hundred yards at best. You then hear, as the ground is rumbling, and you start to hear this buildup of sound. Skaman kind of flies just over your head as he kind of glides past you guys. It actually kind of cuts awake in the fog line, and as you look up, for some reason I lost the picture I was going to use. As you look, you know what, that's the closest you're going to get on some short notice. You'll see what seems to look like this. Trailing behind you.
Oh, an avalanche. Awesome. We need to run faster. Now might be a good time to use the scroll to get us closer to the trees.
All right. I'll use the scroll.
All right. Let's do it.
500 feet would move us quite a bit closer to these trees.
That's a level 6 spell, you said? Are you sure? Let me just verify that because I don't want to jip you. It is level 6? Okay. So
mad you can't copy it down.
It is going to be an Arcana check, and it will be a DC of 12 plus the level of the spell. So that is a DC 18 to work.
Geez.
If you fail it, it will explode in your hands. Now, I do not know if you have exhaustion, but this is still a skill check. And if you do have exhaustion points, I think you need 1. Yep. If you have at least 1 exhaustion, this will be at disadvantage.
Hold on.
You can.
Hold on.
It's not disadvantage, isn't it? Just like -1.
No, an exhaustion is so at level 1 exhaustion, all your ability checks are disadvantaged. At level 2, your speed is halved, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah. So maybe don't use the. Yeah, maybe not.
It's up to Motete. It's his spell.
That's Motete. Yeah.
How
Would
about
it
we
be
run
possible
as
to
fast
cast
as-
guidance?
How about we run as far as we can, and then if it's gonna overtake us, then use it.
Yeah, because the 500 feet is 166 yards, by the way.
Okay.
I did the math.
Okay. So, thank you, by the way. Jane, you would absolutely cast guidance on Motete in your hauling acidness. You're just booking it down. Let's start off by everyone giving me an acrobatics check. And I believe everyone has 1 exhaustion, so you're welcome to roll at a disadvantage. Let's get some flavor going here.
You said
A 4.
acrobatic? A 9.
Oh my god.
1.
You guys, I'm looking for a 10 or better. So those who did not, so let's see here. We have Motete,
There was
no.
only
Anatonda,
me.
no. Jane, no. Actually, Motete, roll a d4, please, because you have guidance on you.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. You're going to pass because you have a 9. So you could roll a 1 and boom, you'll get it. So, awesome. So, never mind. Motete, as you feel yourself begin to lean forward as you're losing balance because your fucking thing behind you, you feel as if there's this mystical force that just grabbed you by the collar and kind of pulled you back into balance. However, Jane? Jane. Oh, and Anatanda. You guys into the snow and begin to kind of tumble into some of the legs that are in front of you. As they turn around to pull you up, they kind of dust you off and kind of, oh, let's go! And you all begin to continue to book down this fucking hill, down this mountainside. You're about 500 feet away from the woods. And this massive wall of snow and stone is on your heels.
Woman's tiny hut would be great right now.
I think that's a ritual cast, isn't it? I'm not sure. You can spot it.
No, you can cast it as a ritual, but you can also cast it as an action.
Gotcha.
So the scroll has a DC of 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Insane.
So, a little bit of clarity on that, because for people who want to really build up on their Arcana, because you can get feats that really make that high. That's the balance, right? You know, between the DC check and yeah, so.
Spellcasters.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, Motete, what's the verdict?
I'll like another guidance, first of all.
I can give that to you. I mean, unless Jane doesn't want to, because he's currently tumbleweeding, and then you kind of grabbed him up, and you guys are all running down.
If I see him pull out the scroll, I'll give him the guidance.
Ramil, by the way, you're awake here too. You're welcome to throw your 2 cents in.
I'm just trying to run at my 30 feet with a dash.
Okay, and like I said, it's very. How much exhaustion do you have?
3.
Yeah, your movement speed is halved to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rat's movement speed is halved as well.
Oof.
Because I have 2 points of exhaustion.
Oof. Okay.
So
This is exciting.
All
right.
Fast. I have
Almost 5th level, guys. Almost 5th level.
I'm moving at least 120 feet like per 6 seconds, and I'm not hindered by difficult terrain. So I'm just
Yeah, and you don't have any exhaustion? Yeah,
I have 1 point exhaustion.
Okay, yeah, then you're fine. Wrath is itching to tell me a question. What's up?
I have proficiency in Arcana.
Okay.
Is there any way I could try and help Motete with the scroll to where it's just a straight roll instead of disadvantage?
There's nothing
I don't know if that's possible.
There is nothing in the rules that say you cannot help. And my own personal rules is if you're proficient with a skill, you should be able to assist in the same skill. I'm going to allow that. Granted, you're in a real high stress situation, but yeah, I could reasonably say you're peeking over his shoulder as you guys are running. No, say this. No, that's the word. I'm totally cool with that. Okay. So it would be a straight roll at a DC 18 plus the D4 because of guidance.
All right, here we go.
Plus the D doesn't even matter.
That doesn't matter. Do you have inspiration?
Do you have inspiration?
No, I don't think I do.
Can I give him my inspiration?
No. Good idea though. So
I'm trying, guys.
So Motete, as you're reading it, and Asher and Wrath is over your shoulder. Oh no, this one. No, that's the word. Do it! And as you guys are reading it, the parchment glows this purple hue, and it kind of goes. Zzz, and then as you're both reading, it goes, and it shatters into your face like a smoke bomb. Kind of right in your face, Motete. And the scroll dissipates into ash. Everybody besides Khajiit, roll me dexterity saving throw and roll really well.
Well, I have disadvantage, so.
Yeah.
We all have disadvantage.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Well, I already know what I'm going to play next.
Yeah.
Khajiit's gonna have to come up with some new nicknames for the party.
So, Asher, that was a great roll. Or, excuse me, Wrath, that was a great roll. But it still failed.
Can I use my guidance to lower it?
Not in tumbleweed form, no.
No, to lower his 14 to a 10.
No. Okay, so here's what happens. Naturally, as this scroll blows up in your face, the avalanche has overtaken the party. Everyone's vision goes to pure white, minus Khajiit, because he's fucking booking it. He's the fucking roadrunner right now. However, and you would actually see your friends, Khajiit, as you look back. If you look back, you would see your friends slowly get taken over. So everyone's vision goes white, and you just feel as if you're just tumbling and tumbling. Occasionally, as the break in the snow opens up, you can take a breath. And as you're continually tumbling and tumbling, we are going to make a series. We're going to make a series of Constitution saving throws. As your vision and tumbleweeding and it's just everything's blurry as you're just flipping and legs overhead and everything going on. Everyone roll me that's in the tumbleweed form a Constitution saving throw.
Are saving throws at disadvantage?
15. That's third level. The saving throws.
Oh my god!
Level.
Saving throws are third level. Okay.
Yeah.
18 then.
So wait. Saving throws aren't at disadvantage with
If
only
you
two
have-
exhaustion points.
If you have, only if you have 3. If you have level 3 exhaustion, your saving throws would be at a disadvantage. At level 2, all you get is speed halved and disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay, so my dex save would have been a 17. That's still a fail.
Yeah, and by the way, a level 6 exhaustion, for those who don't know, is you're instantly dead.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my con save at disadvantage, guys. Oh, fucking hell.
For everyone that failed, roll me a d6.
I rolled a 19. Is that a pass or a fail?
That's a pass. That's a pass. I'm sorry. I would say this. Anyone who rolled below a 13.
I got a 5.
Okay.
Got 3.
Okay. So everyone else passed. All right. Yes. As everyone's tumbleweeding, Ramil, you feel a very firm boom smack into you. Jane, same thing. You catch it right on your shoulder. Oh! It felt like you may have hit a tree. Jane, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Ramil, you take 5, which I believe puts you back into unconsciousness.
No, I'm still good. I was healed last time.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Boom. So, as you continue to tumbleweed, now mind you, Khajiit, once again, now you're in the tree line. You're dodging, you're jumping over fucking logs, you're kind of ducking under brush as this fucking mountain is just sliding towards you. Another 10 seconds of tumbleweeding, you're getting your breath here and there, and everyone again, DC 13, Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
Ugh.
Natural 20.
Beautiful.
I almost passed if it didn't have disadvantage.
For those that failed, roll a d6.
Oh, sweet roll, dude.
I would have had time to attune
You know what?
my armor.
This is revenge for fucking my boss encounter up.
Frog, would I have time to attune to my armor?
No, not in tumbleweed. Sorry.
So, no, before all this.
Yeah, but you didn't call it. It's all right. You'll get through this, I'm sure.
Rocks falls.
Party dies.
So, Ramil, after you feel the first tree bash into your ribs, you spin through it, and then you clock another one on the side of your head for 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Motete, you take a fucking branch that was just kind of like, I'm not going to say sharpened, but it may have been broken, and it just kind of slams into your shoulder, and you actually get a decent branch sticking out like an arrow for 6 piercing damage. Anatanda, you get rattled. Your ribs are knocking the wind out of you as you crash through a tree, and it snaps in half. And you guys continue in this avalanche. One more Constitution saving throw, guys, and this is it. This is the bottom of the mountain, or at least the bottom of this section.
I failed.
For all those that failed, roll me another d6.
Oh, fucking hell.
Ouch.
Kavul,
So-
or Ramil, once again, you smack into what sounds like, or what feels like, a solid rock on your back flat. And you stop. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. On Atanda, something slams into your leg, and you feel a pop for 3 bludgeoning damage as you now feel a twinge in your knee. Wrath, bink, as you just kind of like forward roll, and you kind of went head first into what felt like a really hard surface, probably a rock, probably a tree, but you stop dead in your tracks for 5 bludgeoning damage. Jane, you smack the back of your head on what maybe have been a piece of rock or something that was tumbling with you as you collide. 6 bludgeoning damage. Everyone stops moving, and you are engulfed in white light. As you feel around and look around, it's clearly that you are under snow. As the sunlight seems to be dimming, there's a very little bit of light able to be seen through this white. Khajiit, you turn around as you kind of held on to some trees at this point, looking up at the mountain, noticing that this avalanche has ceased. The timber line has pushed back and held back a lot of the avalanche, although some of the trees succumbed to the force. You don't see any of your friends as they appear to be buried before you. And that's where I want to take our 10-minute break, guys. A little early.
Ooh, nice cliffhanger.
All right, fuck.
Yeah, so I'm back down to 1 health, guys.
Awesome. Let me put on my BRB sign, and I'm going to go use the bathroom, guys. I will be back momentarily.
You just had to throw the seed in your bag.
Anatanda told me to. It made sense to Khajiit.
Yeah, did not know it was going to cause a mini nuke.
Oh boy.
That dragon was giving off some really sketch vibes, though.
I lost a lot.
What all magic items did you have in there?
Well, luckily I was wearing the stud leather armor magic because Khajiit just sees something shiny. But like literally, so I deleted anything that was non-magic that caught on fire, and I'll put this in Loot Tuesday. But anything that is grayed out is stuff that was in my backpack that is now lost in an avalanche.
The hell is the golden plated dagger?
I got that from the armory and the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from the desk.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's magic or anything.
You only have 6 arrows left? Shit.
I wasted a lot on the Baroness.
Yeah.
But like literally like just whoop and my inventory is gone. Including all of Khajiit's artifacts.
Fuck.
Well, good thing
Khajiit
Khajiit
had
can
2
find more.
artifacts.
What's
Khajiit
that?
had 2 artifacts, then he lost them in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
He kind of lost 3 because he was counting
artifacts
the scarab jewel as an artifact.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say because I've heard you use this term. What does Khajiit consider artifact?
Like trophies, artifacts, relics.
Yeah, artifacts are artifacts.
Well, so like an artifact like the cube, right?
Right.
Like a relic like the scarab jewel that he found in the pyramid,
Mhm.
or like a trophy, which I haven't been really great at collecting trophies. But it would have been like a tooth from the giant crocodile, or something from the Cyclops, something along like those lines.
Gotcha. I'm just curious of what you considered being a trophy or an artifact.
I mean, it could be like weapons and stuff too.
So-
like personalized weapons or famous weapons.
I have to say, if we don't get off this mountain quick, I only have to fail 3 more con saves from the cold to die.
I think we
And
made it to the bottom, but
we're
we're
at the
buried.
bottom.
I think we're at the bottom, but we're buried. So
Oh,
Now I have to
fun.
find everybody.
Don't worry, I'm almost level 5.
I'm gonna take the dog out. I'll be right, guys. Tuck
Yeah.
outside?
Because I have 3 points of exhaustion right now, so it hurts.
I'm so happy that I only had one, just so I can get my full movement down that mountain. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, if I didn't have disadvantage on my saving throws, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, that sucks.
Then you got this cleric who isn't good at healing. I'm just kidding.
We've been tapped out for so long.
I know.
Just for that, no more heals. Screw you.
I mean, Ramil might be okay with this.
Roll a new character.
Man, you know how since we entered Brecca, how close I have been to getting a new character.
Have you actually?
Yeah, I've almost died. I think every single session since we entered Brecca.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun, man. It's a great time.
Oh, this is what he had in his bag.
Man, I wish I had some money right now.
It's okay, we have loads of money.
No, in real life.
Oh.
I want some tacos.
Steven, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Dude. Bengals versus the Rams.
I don't know. I wasn't really entertained. I honestly thought, like,
kidding me?
I honestly thought that the KC Bills game was probably the best playoff game.
Sure. I mean, you can't. Yeah, well, of course, but also since Joe Burr out there.
The Burr. I'm not excited for the Super Bowl.
What, dude? I'm pumped for this Super Bowl.
I am
the opposite.
I am not, man. I'm just like, I mean, I'll go to like somebody's house for like a party or something.
Nah,
I'm
man.
just like,
gotta look at the magnitude of this. Matt Stafford in his first year with the Rams. It makes you think about all this time he spent with the Lions. If the Lions were holding him back from multiple championships, so you got Matt Stafford, then you got Joe Burr, who got his complete knee nearly decapitated, or what's the word? Chopped off last year.
I think it's called.
Yeah, dude nearly got his knee chopped off, and then comes back a year later and takes the team to the Super Bowl. AJ Green with the Bengals for 10 years, leaves this year to go to the Cardinals, and then the Bengals go to the Super Bowl. God, what a slap in the face! The football gods hate you.
Well, listen, I've had AJ Green on my fantasy football team for a long time, and I can say fuck him. All right, but I'm definitely rooting for Stafford. I'm just like I just thought that there could definitely be like better. I don't know, better teams for me. But
nah,
I wish my team actually played well and got there. So
the Vikings?
No.
Or you a cheesehead?
He's a Wisconsin. Got to be Green Bay.
Oh, he's a cheesehead.
Hell, I live right in Green Bay, so.
That sucks that Aaron Rodgers and Devontae and Marquez Valdez-Scantling are all leaving. So you guys are gonna suck.
I mean, Rodgers fucking sucked. He was throwing like shit that game.
It's amazing though with Stafford though, right? Even with the Lions, he still had Megatron, right? I don't know if you hear me.
Yeah, no, he had Megatron. Hey, man, but okay, he had Megatron. Megatron has the most yards in a season. Guess who's got the second most now? Cooper Kupp. Both quarterbacked by Matthew Stafford. That's insane. That's an insane feat.
Yeah, I always thought Stafford could like fucking launch the ball. Like I never thought there was anything like bad with Stafford. I mean, sucks that he was on the Lions, but
yeah, for all those years, how long years? 10, 11 years?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't even know. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, so like I was gonna be down to chat with you, but like one of my buddies comes over who's like a religious fucking pothead, and he gave me a token of one of his little vape pen things, and after I took a smoke of it, he's like, "Oh, by the way, that the voltage is really high, so be careful." While I already smoked it, I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, and I was just out of it for the rest of the fucking night.
Awesome.
You fucking weeder.
I don't smoke weed. Like I'll smoke weed like once in a while, but my buddy, he's like a religious pothead.
I never got into it. I tried in college. I was like maybe a pothead for 2 weeks. I just couldn't do it.
No, I don't get it.
Yeah, not my style. I'm not much of a drinker either.
See, I'm a drinker. That is my poison.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say if I would have, smoked weed in college, I would have definitely done it a lot my freshman year, and almost failed a couple classes, and then really like got a job just so I could feed that addiction. That's like a hypothetical. If I was gonna do that, that's what I would imagine would have happened. But.
So this is completely hypothetical then.
Yeah, like hypothetically, I would have smoked like a half ounce like every 2 weeks, so just being a real pothead, hypothetically.
Completely hypothetically.
Yeah. Hypothetical. By the way, today's episode is brought to you by Chobani.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends will sponsor just about anybody. We could probably have them sponsor us and get some of that sweet, sweet sponsor money.
Wait,
Chobani makes...
Who's we?
hey, if this starts picking up steam and we start getting people to give us money, I feel like we should make a business contract, Frog.
Chobani makes an amazing oat milk. And we get the Chobani oat milk extra creamy. Yeah.
That just sounds weird.
How do you milk an oat?
You milk it.
So you like extra creamy nut milk? Got it.
Does it have nipples? You can milk anything with nipples.
It's not almond. It's oat.
Oat. That's my question. Where is the teat?
I can actually tell you how to milk an oatmeal if you want me to. It's not that complicated.
I honestly, because I have no idea how they get milk from oats.
So
or
what you do is
how?
You soak them first, typically, and essentially you blend it down into like a paste, and then you put it through a very fine cloth bag, and the product is the milk. That's the very short version of it. I'm sure there's other nuances, but essentially that's how you make almond milk, oat milk, any kind of milk that's not coming directly from a titty.
Okay, so it's kind of like you're steeping tea, and then
it's good for you.
Yeah, but you can't really sell that. You can't really sell oat tea.
Yeah. Okay, I understand how that works. I was always curious, like, how the fuck do you milk an almond?
No, but you guys should try it. If you have never tried oat milk, it's pretty good. If you're trying to get away from dairy, it's a great option. Oat milk is almond milk. I've always been on the. It's very almond milk is crunchy to me. It tastes crunchy. It tastes, but
it's
oat milk,
liquid.
Oat milk, but it can taste crunchy. Like
almond milk has a weird aftertaste to me.
So if you were to still be smoking weed right this second,
hypothetically, I would say that the liquid tastes crunchy.
Cold water tastes spiky, and hot water tastes round.
Fair enough. I don't know what the fuck that means, but all right, I'm on board.
He's talking about oat milk being crunchy. Hot water tastes round, and cold water tastes sharp.
And Sprite tastes crispy.
Is water wet?
On that note,
is water wet?
So we're gonna bring it back here. Let's hop right back into it. As we left off, looks like Khajiit, you look back and see every one of your teammates vanish. Pardon me, into this massive wave of snow. You see trees pushed over halfway. There's debris and rock and timber just smashed about. You don't seem to be in a fog line anymore, as over your head is the clouds. It doesn't feel as if you're off the mountain yet. As you look around, you still see elevation below you, but it's almost as if the mountain kind of plateaued a little bit, like a shelf. And that's kind of where you kind of are, in a gully shelf type of situation, in the timber line. Khajiit,
Okay.
you look to yourself and think what?
Fuck. Is anyone there? Hello?
Now
Your
that I've
voice,
blown out eardrums.
doesn't even echo back because of the amount of snow. It's like the snow just absorbs any reverb from your voice, and it's like shouting into a pillow.
Fuck.
Is everything settled right now?
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much in the way of an avalanche is concerned. You'll see little divots of snow kind of sliding as it tries to find space under gravity. Occasionally you'll hear a tree snap and crack and kind of finish falling over here and there. But yeah, outside of that, you're just in the woods, an alpine-like wood with a bunch of snow and silence. And the sun's almost down.
Alright, so he will drop down to the ground. I don't have a hooded lantern because it was in the backpack. And, I mean, at least I have dark vision, so I have that. So, like, literally, I'm going to be looking for, like, gray on white, so that's great. So, I'm just going to drop down from the tree. I guess if the avalanche is kind of, like, ended where I was, I'll make my way up the mountain, shouting still.
Okay. Absolutely.
While looking around.
Everyone at the table that's not Khajiit, why don't we just let's reference it via Constitution saving throw, since everyone seems to be rolling so well tonight. And this is a straight roll. This is not going to be with the exhaustion because this is something different.
You went really robotic.
No disadvantage.
Okay.
Ooh, still an 11. Woohoo.
Motete.
Hitting on the tonic attack, bro.
You being significantly lighter than most of the crew here, with your body structure and type, you kind of hovered on the surface of this avalanche, crashing and banging into things. You kind of, like, your face is kind of exposed in just the top portion of your cloak. As you look to your right and you see snow that's red on your shoulder, and as you kind of wipe it away, you notice that there's a branch sticking out of your shoulder. It kind of does one of those cliche squirts as you pull it out, and it kind of dribbles onto the snow. It hurts a lot.
He'll just put a bit of cloth, and then he'll start looking for the others.
You sit up, and you will hear... Khajiit, what did you say earlier?
Just hello. Is anybody there?
You would hear the non-echoey voice of Khajiit, with sounds about 150 feet away from you or so.
Over here.
And you said that there's no fog line, so can I see him, or do I need a perception check?
You can... Well, the trees and debris is still very much a thing. It looks like a fucking bomb went off, basically. So it's not looking good for a lot of these trees, especially the ones that are closer to the mountainside, as they're all pushed over or shattered and kind of rolled in with the snow. But you would absolutely have heard Motete shout back towards you, sure.
That's a perception check to see if I can tell where the direction
Yeah,
where
I
it's
mean, you
coming
don't
from.
even have to roll for that, but that's fine. With a 23, yeah, and you triangulate, he seems to be in that direction.
Hooded one, I'm coming!
You make your way over and you kind of stepping through some of the soft snow. Your foot kind of goes all the way down to your fucking hip. You kind of catch yourself and realize that it was like a little divot in the snow. But as you pull your foot out of that hole, the base of your foot felt squishy for a moment. And as you pull your leg out of this hole in the snow, you look down and you'll see Ramil under like 3 to 4 feet of snow between two trees that crisscross each other, like he fell in like a little bit of a pothole.
Annoying one, are you alive?
Barely.
I couldn't tell if he was conscious or not.
Khajiit will help you up. Take my hand.
I'll try to grab it.
As you grab his hand and you try to lift him through the soft snow between these tree branches, Ramil, you would use one of the trees that are embedded in the snow to help push yourself up, and you kind of get up to right around your chest line, and you kind of start to pull yourself up and out. As you once again, as you both are out of the snow, you would hear Motete hollering back to you guys again. I'm assuming you guys head his way?
Annoying one, this way.
I will limp that way.
As
at
you
my half speed.
Absolutely. Jane. You there, Jane?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
It's alright. As you come to, you feel as if you're buried, face down, vertical, like feet over your head.
Could I try and climb out?
As you squirm around in the snow, you realize that the surface area of this snow is quite heavy per square inch on your body. As you try to wiggle free, go ahead and give me a strength check, please. Actually, make it athletics. It'll be a disadvantage because of your yeah. So with a 7, you try to squirm. You're only able to shake your face enough that it leaves a small divot in the snow where it's not pushed up against your face. So you're able to breathe for the moment.
The hell?
Your voice carries through 4 to 5 feet of snow. Roll me a performance check, please.
Performance at disadvantage 4.
For the 3 people that are out of the snow, please roll me a Oh, you guys have fucking disadvantage on it. Perception checks, please.
Let's go. Ooh, a 12.
And then Motete, there we go. Motete don't hear a damn thing. Although Khajiit, I'm going to say you hear a very faint, muffled sound. And it seems to be coming from over there, about 25 feet away.
Khajiit thinks he heard a woman. Naked one! Where are you?
Wait, do I hear this?
No. You're panicking under your own upside downness right now.
I'll go off in whichever direction I thought I heard it from.
Sure. You start sifting through snow. Give me an investigation, please.
Three.
You're coming up empty-handed as you dig these 2-foot holes in a pattern, and you're just not finding it. You're kind of lifting under trees and branches. Jane, you've been shouting help now for about 30 seconds to a minute. What do you want to do?
At this point, I think she'd be crying. Because, you know, she's hyperventilating. It wasn't an avalanche. No one can hear her. Would it be possible to try and pull myself out again?
Sure. Give me another athletics check.
Yeah. 10.
With a 10, I'm going to say you're able to kick your feet enough that it actually makes a divot in the top snow. And we'll come to you in a minute. Wrath. You attempt to move your arms and fingertips, but it's so packed with snow, you find it difficult at first as you make, micro movements first, and they turn into bigger movements as you kind of clear the gears out and the joints in your fingertips, making it much easier to kind of, you're grinding shit down as the friction in your joints creates a small degree of heat, enough to melt whatever snow and ice that's kind of packed into your joints at this moment. You find yourself kind of laying down. You're under snow. At this point it's dark. You're under snow, but as you kind of are moving your joints, and your strength is enough that I'm not going to have you roll. You're a fucking strong thing. But you do feel as if there's this tree that just kind of lines across your chest, holding you down to the earth.
Okay. I can't lift like my arms. Are my arms pinned underneath the tree, or is it?
You know what? Let's have fun with it. Let's say one arm is under the tree, but the other one seems to be somewhat free.
Okay. And since I have a good idea of where up is, since this tree is on top,
you'll know that. Correct.
I'm gonna stick one arm up as high as I can, and just start blasting off fire bolts to punch through the snow.
Roll me a d6.
And 1.
Okay. You absolutely, your pop, pop, your little fucking wrist rocket, boom, boom, boom. You get about 5 or 6 off, and you feel breeze coming down into this hole that you just made. Everyone else that's out of the snow, you'll see flares basically shooting out of the snow. That's fucking dope as shit.
Can I tell how, like, from the hole that I made, can I tell how deep the snow is on top of me?
You can gamble that it was about 1 foot over your hand.
Okay. If possible, I would like to just try and keep using the firebolt to clear snow away from me, to melt it.
As you start melting some of the snow with repeated firebolts, you'll start to feel like, cold water kind of dribbling down your arm and into your shoulder area, and it kind of pools underneath you behind you. But you absolutely just kind of boom, 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 boom. But you get enough cleared away, let's say, within 30 seconds. Because technically you can cast it like 15 times or so within that time or whatever. But boom, 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 boom. Yeah. But you have like a little crack where you can kind of see out. But all you see is branches, timber, and some more snow, and then the sky, which seems to be, nighttime. Minus the flares.
Yeah. I'm just going to start asking for some help once they get everyone else free, and I'm going to see if I could just start slowly trying to wiggle myself out from underneath this tree.
As you do so...
Will's going to hobble his way that way.
Sure. And as you make your way to the flare, Anatanda, you come to, and you feel as if you're laying down on your side, and everything's dark around you as the sun has gone down and not really shining the snow around you. It's just black to you. But what you do see in the snow are these streaks of red that seem to go across the snow, but it's like, through blurred glass, kind of, sort of. Like you're looking through the snow, but all you see is the fire bolts kind of trailing through the snow. And it's the only light you see, and it seems to kind of just rocket off in one direction. You attempt... Well, what do you want to do?
I'm going to do the spit test that was taught to me. Where you spit to see which way gravity is, and I'm going to start digging opposite of down.
Sure. You're not all that buried. Fortunately for you, a man of your size, okay. So you got it pretty well. However, give me a Constitution saving throw real quick, please. Is that a 5 or a 14?
It'd be a 14, I believe, right? Because I only have 1 point.
Oh yeah. So it'll be a 14. As you clearly kind of, your arm breaks free after you do your spit test, and the spit just kind of lands right in front of you because you're covered in snow. Your hand is free, and you feel as if your left arm is in open air, and as you kind of try to push up your way out of the snow, you feel a massive twinge in your right knee, like there's a dagger in it. It hurts a whole heap, but it doesn't put you down, and you don't take damage from it.
I would try and use the rest of my strength to get out, and just muscle my way out with one leg and two arms, leaving that one twinged.
And as you get to a footing where you're standing straight up, you kind of hobble a little bit at first. You kind of do that little shit, I sprained my ankle kind of hobble, but you stand up and you'll see about 10 to 15 feet in front of you, firebolts. Pew, pew, pew. You see Ramil coming towards you guys, also hobbling. Ramil looks really fucking banged up, by the way. Just for the record, Ramil's having a bad day. Yeah, he's having a really rough day. So he's hobbling over to Mr. Fireworks over here. And after about 30 seconds, Ramil, you effectively get in the area where you see Anatonda kind of trying to regain his footing, a little bit of a limp in his right leg as these firebolts fly past. What are you going to do, Ramil?
I know who's going to be using the firebolt, so I am going to kind of guesstimate Wrath's size and do firebolts around him.
So he's at least, I'm going to say he's about 4 feet under the snow, on average. Unbeknownst to you, he has a tree across his chest as well, but nobody knows that yet. So if you're going to firebolt around him, it will be a process. It'll take time to melt all that snow out. But it's doable if you wish to still proceed with that plan of action.
Yeah, it's the best thing I have right now.
Okay. In your weakened state, you just feel as if you can't dig him out, and you just start kind of hurling firebolts. Wrath, you would see the red incantation hitting snow as it kind of illuminates the snow in front of you, little by little getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Anatonda, you would also see this happening.
Am I able to speak with them, or am I too far underneath the snow for them to hear me?
I mean, you're welcome to try. It's not 4 feet of snow is not going to stop your voice dead in its tracks. It'll be very, very muffled. But you are aware that there's clearly somebody around you.
Okay. Then Wrath would try and clear as much of the snow away from him as he can.
Sure.
And he would holler up at him to make sure everybody else is okay first, before they start trying to dig him out, and he'll remind them that he doesn't require breath. So being buried under the snow isn't that bad for him, to save everybody else first.
Gotcha. And as you try to explain that point, very muffled, but it can be heard through the hole that you made out like an echo chamber. Motete, you pull it out, you bandage yourself, you sit up, you see Khajiit jumping off, digging holes, as if he's looking for the litter box. You look over to your left a little further down, and you see that commotion of flares and all that jazz. Take it away, Motete.
I guess I go over to the flare action and start digging.
Absolutely.
Got my own firebolt.
Sure. As you join the club and you just lay waste, this snow melts down and creates these pools of shimmering red water as the incantation is just kind of reflecting through the light or the reflection of the water. But you're blasting away, and the temperature has dropped significantly. So at the edges of where you guys are firebolting, you'll see the water refreeze and then thaw, refreeze and then thaw, creating these little icicle shards on the sides around the place that you're focusing on. Anatonda, you're watching 3 sets of fucking firebolts going to fucking work, man.
I'm just gonna, so with Wrath, you're firing off firebolts, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to clear away the snow from enough to where I could speak to you guys through the little hole, and then mostly now just trying to expose the tree, so that way y'all know there's a fucking tree across his chest, and he would have relayed that too, and that would be why he's telling you find everyone else first, because there's a fucking tree trunk across him. And
wait, you guys, we need to dig this way. We're gonna have to pull him out from underneath a tree.
And I would pretty much direct them to melt away from up towards like the top of his head, and whoever's digging just keep digging towards the top of his head until we're going to pull him out horizontally rather than try and lift a tree off of. We're not going to have any leverage. So I would explain all that.
Gotcha. And as you do so, it's going to take time for any kind of plan like that to happen. So we're going to jump over to Jane, who is still buried vertically and upside down. Jane, it's been about a minute. You feel as if your breath is fading you. You feel as if you don't know if it's claustrophobia or if your brain is running low on oxygen. What do you want to do?
I think at this point she's just going to start like scrambling, like you know how when you panic and you just try to move and get out of whatever you're stuck in? I think she'd be doing that right about now.
Give me a wisdom save, please.
Yes, sir. 14.
With a 14, I was looking for a 13. With a 14, but you're still holding it together. You're starting to kind of get really panicked, but you're holding it together as you try to squirm around again. Go ahead and give me another athletics check, please.
5.
You know, this weight of this snow, you're not the most strongest of women out there, you know? You're a fairly petite mass, if I remember correctly. And your position kind of is just working against you. As you try to squirm and kick, nothing. You feel as if your body's frozen in time.
Yeah, I guess I'll keep on yelling. That's the...
Give me a performance check.
Performing.
Could
10
you...
out of 10.
Perception.
1.
You hear muffling,
Okay.
but you can't seem to triangulate as you continue to dig and investigate the area. Roll me an investigation.
Five.
Oh my god.
This exhaustion is killing us.
Some faster than others. Okay. You're digging. You've made 10, 15 holes at this point. Your hands are beginning to mat with snow and ice, and you just feel the frigidness in your paws.
Fucking shit.
And he'll keep going.
Okay. As he keeps going, let's just say getting all that snow dug out will take about 5 minutes for Wrath. So we'll come back to that in a moment here. You keep on digging, Khajiit. Jane. Wisdom saving throw. This time at disadvantage.
Oh.
12. With a 12, you find yourself mentally breaking down as panic and fear has set in. You feel cold. The blood from your feet and lower torso is rushing to your brain. You feel your heartbeat in your eyeballs. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. As you attempt to continue to scream, and it only seems to echo at yourself. You try to take a deep breath in, but it doesn't seem to satiate your need for air. You find yourself dimming. Constitution saving throw. You okay, baby?
Yeah, this thing's...
8.
Jane. The blackness as you breathe in, you don't know if the blackness you're seeing is because of the absence of light or because your eyes are closed. and you feel yourself begin to drift. Khajiit.
Hold on. As she begins to drift, I think she'll just start slowly I guess praying to her goddess Seluna, I don't want to die this way. I don't want to die this way. I don't want to die this way.
You know what? Roll me a religion check with disadvantage.
Religion at disadvantage 14.
Okay. Khajiit, with your hands freezing, ice matted under the fur, almost like if you ever wear those shitty little mittens and you try throwing snowballs, eventually it just cakes on, you can't do fucking shit with it. Same concept.
I feel like there's some hostilities towards those mittens.
Dude, I can't fucking stand those mittens.
Best gloves for the snow are mechanics.
So, Khajiit, you look over your shoulder and you see people digging, or at least in the process of digging Wrath out with fire bolts and whatnot. You don't see Jane with them, and you swore you heard a voice in this area, but you've dug a couple of holes right now. And you know what? Let's have a little fun with this. Hold on one second here. La-da-da-da-da.
I'm not having a lot of fun.
Sure you are.
You're right, I am.
This is on the fly
Can't tell
here.
me.
All right.
Okay, frog didn't freeze.
So, on the table, I've made a couple of dots. Sweetheart, can you just hold me serious or hold me for real here? I'm pointing to a dot. That's the dot. Okay. All right, Khajiit. Your hands are so matted, and you're in desperation trying to find Jane at this point. I have selected a dot on the map. I know which dot Jane is under, but you don't. Roll me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fuck it, let's do it this way. Roll me a d10.
Which one's a D10 on the map?
The one with 10 sides.
Okay.
That would be
Just,
this one. The percent die. Yeah.
Okay.
With your hands in its current condition, you could only dig 2 more holes. Which 2 holes are you digging?
Okay. Where would I be coming from?
What do you mean? Well, right now we're playing a little bit of a puzzle game. So on the map there's 10 dots. You get to select 2 of them to represent the 2 holes that you're digging. One of them, Jane is under. And I've already selected which one it was.
Alright.
And I'm okay with out of character talk here, by the way.
I was just saying, Wrath had been yelling the whole time at the other people trying to dig him out to make sure everyone else has been dug out first. And
they're helping you, too bad.
Too bad. We're trying to save you.
Alright, so let's say I'm coming from this side right here.
I want to cast a spell.
Okay.
I want to cast Dragon's Breath. Actually, no. I'll cast it on myself.
Okay.
And then I'll start breathing fire.
In which direction? The dots direction or Wrath's direction?
Dots.
Dots? Okay. You know what I'm going to say? Motete, do me a favor. Pick 2 dots to get rid of. So, Steven, you're picking 2 dots. Motete picks 2 dots.
So we're doing the 50-50. Can I phone a friend?
Pick number 7 and 4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess this one. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's that one.
Okay.
And if I'm coming from this side, this green dot over here.
Sure.
Can Can I do a check to see which side I think it was coming from, left or right?
I will give you one last perception check out of pure coolness. But it will follow the rules of exhaustion.
Yep.
8.
Oh,
You are unable to
between
triangulate it with an 8, buddy. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I see his... So is he burning these first, or is he burning this in tandem with me?
I'll tell you what. I'll let you dictate that part of the story.
Alright, so I'm going to say that I'm yelling that I need help.
I need help trying to find the naked one.
And then Motete is going to come and burn those 2 circles.
Okay.
Alright.
Now
Did he burn Jane?
Jane. We're going to pause and go to you for a second, Jane. You see, for the first time, just before you pass out, because you're about to pass out, just before you pass out, you see yellow light. You said fire breath, right, Motete?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll see yellow flame kind of radiating through the snow. You'll just see the trickle of light. Nothing more than that. I will give you one action, Jane. And this is going to be, no matter what it is, it's going to be done in a weakened state because you are about to pass out because you are suffocating.
Alright. I would do one last athletics check. Is that
Okay.
fine with you? Alright. Here it goes. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 6.
You kick your feet one last time, and it's too much for you, man. It's too much. You are unconscious. All right, Steven. If you fuck this up...
Would I have seen any type of movement from the sides of where it was burnt? Like around the perimeter of these green dots, would I have seen any snow shifting at all?
So, as far as the stack rule is concerned, I'm using some Magic the Gathering term. As far as the stack rule is concerned, you made a perception check, and then Jane had an action. So, technically, as a result, I can, in fairness, give you one more perception check. But this would probably be the absolute last one in the concept of fairness.
8.
Nothing? Alright. Well, I'm going to dig... I mean, my hands are cold, so I'm going to be sticking near where the fire hit. So I'm going to be digging before this, and then after that.
Hey, sweetheart. Yeah. Look at the ones he chose. Okay. Here's what happens. As the fire breath erupts down onto the first hole area, it melts down really quick as he kind of leaves it there. The fire just kind of hits the ground and kind of radiates around. It melts a little bit of a wider area than just this location. And underneath that spot, all you see is some branches. Motete moves over and follows through, kind of like takes his like Godzilla breath and kind of rolls it over into this next one as it slides across, creating this huge crater or gash in the snow. Focusing on this one over here, and as he blows it, it actually ignites the tree on fire that's underneath it, or at least the branches and timber, revealing nothing but a burning log. As the light radiates around... Oh no, we just lost Steven!
Back on phone.
You need to get him
back.
I'll give you a minute.
I'm on phone while I restart my computer.
Okay. Damn, talk about timing. So, as you take your hands and you dig your first hole, you know, your hands are frigid and freezing. And you have a hard time digging, and it's painful. It's like raking your fingertips across sandpaper over and over and over again. You start to draw a little bit of blood as you're digging into ice particles. But you reveal under this hole nothing but earth and a small rock. Out of desperation, you take your last hole as you walk up to it. You start digging. Jane, naked one! Naked one! And as you dig about 2 feet under, you reveal a foot. By the way, out of character, that is a legit pick. Sweetheart, was that legit? Babe, was that legit?
Yeah.
100%. So, as you reveal a foot, what do you want to do, Khajiit?
I see found naked one. Can I do anything with my hands?
Your hands, I mean, they hurt a lot. I think this is... Are we losing connection again?
He's on mobile.
I'm on mobile right now.
No, I mean for me, because I can't seem to erase the dots. But anyway, I'll worry about that later. But yeah, so you reveal a foot. So I mean that's really all I'm going to give you with that. So you do with that information as you see fit.
I mean, I'll try and grab it and pull it out.
Sure. If you want to give me an athletics check with disadvantage, please.
Loading up the character sheets right now. 1 second.
Jane, what kind of leg armor are you wearing?
Leg armor?
Yeah.
I think I'm just wearing regular pants.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You're not in computer yet, are you?
Yeah,
I just loaded it up. What check am I rolling?
Just roll a die. Fucking your athletics.
Whatever that
is. Wow. You grab, even with the snow built up on your paws, you kind of fucking Miyagi pull up, and you see more leg, and it doesn't seem to be responding back. Jane, give me a death saving throw, please.
Ooh, okay, hold on.
Yeah, make sure it's whispered to me so we don't...
Yeah. I think it should be whispered.
Yep.
Did it work?
All right. Yep.
All right.
So, Motete, you see Khajiit pulling up a leg out of the snow upside down.
All right, I'll go help.
You absolutely do so. Why don't you also roll me an athletics check? And then, once again, your exhaustion would come into play here, if that's applicable.
Not too bad.
With a 10, you're able to at least jimmy her free a little bit more, especially with the help of Khajiit on the other leg. She seems to be pulling up, but it's still slow going.
I'll also use my dragon's breath to kind of.
That's right, still active.
Lighten the load.
Sure. You blow your dragon's breath around the outside rims, trying to kind of clear out some path. She's able to bend now in a manner that puts her kind of like in the shape of an L, but with her back. As you're pulling her through, and as you finally get the last pull, she comes out, and her head kind of looks like this, and then kind of tilts to the side.
I will use my healer kit.
Sure. Absolutely. Go ahead and roll that bitch up. Why don't you explain to me how you're doing it to take her out of this state, this unconsciousness?
So he starts pounding on her chest to try to get her breathing. And does kind of like CPR. Medieval CPR. Whatever that looks like.
Out with the bad, in with the good.
Yeah. And then kind of sits her up, and kind of tries to shake her awake.
You shake her awake. Jane.
Yes.
You come too. As you see Motete's face shaking you.
Like, huh? So Lune, praise you. You saved my life. I didn't think I was gonna make it. And I think she begins to, like, cry a bit.
You would have done the same for me. And he gets up and goes over to help the others.
You absolutely get over there. Khajiit, are you also going over, or are you leaving Jane by herself, or what do you want to do?
We'll just kind of walk with Jane, but he's like rubbing his hands furiously. He's not really going to be helping out too much right now.
Absolutely. So, as that little bit of anxiety happened, we move over to, at this point, Wrath, you are practically revealed mostly on one side. There's a tree that is kind of a log, and it's not just a tree, it's a log. It's decent. It's absolutely decent, and it seems to be kind of wedged under something else, like there's pressure being pushed onto your chest. Not enough to crush you, but it's definitely pinning you to the floor as you see Ramil and Anatonda kind of, well, all right, what do we do now kind of a concept. So that's where you guys come in.
Oh, Jane, you would have recovered 13 hit points,
okay,
by the way.
Thank you.
Underneath me, is it just more snow, or is there something else underneath me, pinning me under between this tree?
Fair question. It seems to be a mix of snow, dirt, and soot.
Ramil just say to Anatonda, "You pull, I'll push." And I'll like kind of jump into the hole.
Wait.
Hold on to the tree and like push with my feet on his shoulders.
Wait, I have an idea before you start trying to use me to play tug of war. Can I try with my free hand, and with probably Ramil's help too, to dig the snow and stuff out from underneath me to make a little bit of like room?
Like when I was mentioning the ground, it's like, when you just shovel snow and there's still that little thin layer of snow. That's kind of what I was going for there.
So like I'm right at ground level, basically.
Basically, yeah. In so many words.
Okay,
I could have explained it better.
Okay, sorry. I was thinking it was a mix of like dirt and snow from the avalanche, but okay, I get what you're saying now. Never mind then. Yeah, I guess I'll. Yeah. I guess I'll let them try and push me. And
all right, Wrath, you're not gonna like this.
I haven't liked a lot of this.
And I'm gonna jump into the hole and straddling Wrath's face. I'm gonna attempt to do a squat and lift the tree off of Wrath as Ramil tries to pull him out.
Okay.
So you're getting teabagged as I
I caught that.
That I think might help, or I'm going to ask you if it would or not. I can have my armor come on and off as an action. If I was to lose my plate armor during this, would that help at all?
Thinking. You're welcome to try.
Okay. As an action, then, I'm going to have basically Tony Stark my shit off and down to where it's just my prosthetic. Like, whenever I have it take it off, it forms around to just that prosthetic arm.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. Okay. So, you do that, and as Anatonda, go ahead and give me a good heave-ho, buddy. Give me some athletics. Athletics, please. And Ramil, give me an athletics as well. And you know what? Just because it's not like you're just going to lay there, Wrath, why don't you give me an athletics as well?
All right. And I'm completely out of charges. Damn it.
And all you guys have at least 1 point of exhaustion, right?
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll. I forgot to put a disadvantage. So do you want me just to roll a second time?
Yeah, just roll a second time, and then we'll take the lower of the two.
Alrighty.
So the good news is that even though Anatonda just can't seem, as you pull Anatonda, you feel like a dagger inside your knee, and it's just kind of, it's kind of preventing, it's not allowing you to really put weight on your leg. as you kind of just biff it a little bit. Not to mention the log is still very much in packed snow. You kind of slide a little bit, just can't seem to really get a full-on grip. However, as Wrath's armor kind of reforms itself in a different way, it actually frees up about an inch of space, enough for Ramil to kind of slide and jimmy you out little by little. You get to a part where you are able to sit up, Wrath. But the log is still over your thighs, potentially.
Well, I'm in a better shape than I was. And, yeah, I'll just keep trying to help jimmy myself out of there.
It doesn't take much, as your mid-torso section is significantly larger than your legs. And you're able, with a little bit of assistance, to stand back up. It is a tight squeeze here, but, you're able to make your way back up. And as you stand up, Wrath, and for the first time you get a chance to assess your situation as you kind of scan your proximity. You see Jane on her back, and you see kind of Khajiit. I'm assuming, Khajiit, you're helping her out, you said?
No, not really.
He's
rubbing his hands together.
You see Jane just kind of like not passed out, but really weakened on top of the snow. You see Khajiit doing what now?
He's rubbing his hands like because they're frostbitten to fuck.
Gotcha. And all your cohorts around you. This is the first time after the avalanche that you all seem to be in the same proximity with nothing going on.
Rat's gonna look around in the hole that we kind of cleared out around him. How big of a space is it?
Let's say it's a tight squeeze 5x5. Not 5x5, yeah, like a 5-foot square, I guess, if you want to get technical. It's a small hole.
Well, if we clear and he's gonna, as an action, have his armor, expand back over him again. We can clear out some of the snow. It might be a decent place for us to rest, at least. And he'll climb out and go back over to.
Roll me an intelligence check, Wrath. Straight intelligence.
6. Would that be a disadvantage? Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
All right.
Continue.
Yeah, he's gonna, now that he's free and that everybody's free, he's gonna at least walk over to Jane and kind of help her up.
Jane, Wrath comes up to you in your weakened state, crunching through the snow that's up to his knees and thighs.
Yeah.
Ramon, did I use my healer's kit on you already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You've used it on all of us now.
No, I mean, it resets every short rest.
I think I can take one.
Yeah. I think in that case, then yeah, I can take one, and I think Khajiit can. But I'm good for now.
Maybe Anatanda.
Well,
Yeah.
I only have 6 uses left.
I say for now we save them for like oh shit moments.
Yeah, because Ramel's pretty banged up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wrath just offers his hand to Jane to help her stand up.
Yeah, I think she will, but like shakily, right? Because of how exhausted she is, apparently.
Yeah, and Wrath would like offer you like a shoulder to lean on. And
Yeah, she'll take it.
As you all settle down, now that all the stress seems to be over, the air itself begins to sprinkle a lightly dusting of snow. And the snow itself, don't know where it's coming from. Maybe some runoff, some drifts from the mountaintops, what have you. But it begins to snow, and with the little bit of ambient light that's here, it finally turns to nighttime, official nighttime. What are you guys going to do as the temperature seems to be dropping? Motete's breath can be seen every time he breathes, or anyone for that matter. Your breath kind of blows out. If you have any kind of fur around your chinny chin or mustache area, you would accumulate the condensation that freezes on those little dangly bits.
If I were to look down the mountain, how much further do we have to go to get off this fucking thing?
Where you are right now, the shelf doesn't allow you to see down. You'd have to travel out a little bit and then look down. But You wouldn't know inherently at this time unless you decide to go out and explore.
Looking around, do we see, like, I'm assuming we see, like, busted up pieces of wood and everything?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Once Wrath got Jane kind of, like, sat up and everything, he would start trying to gather with what little bit of lights left, some firewood, enough to make a small fire.
Yeah.
Actually, I got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we try to make, like, an igloo?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking by my dugout area, is if we dig that further.
And then get some rocks, not wood, but rocks, and we all just kind of take turns fireballing the rocks and heat them up.
Okay.
I'm on board.
That way we kind of make an enclosure,
a sauna,
and kind of like a hot box, you know. And so the heat doesn't escape.
That's awesome. Sounds like a plan. Are you guys all in on this?
Khajiit's hands are freezing.
I would do my best to help out.
Yeah, Wrath would start helping dig.
All right. So who's going to be
a shovel?
Who's going to be the brains of this operation?
I guess that was my idea.
Okay. Can you, because everyone's helping, roll me a survival with advantage?
Oh, okay.
Ooh, nice roll.
Okay. So let me tell you how this time passes here. Where Wrath was at, as you guys kind of utilize an already existing hole, you can't help but notice as, let's say, Anatonda was digging in this one little section here, he seems to have broken through a pile of trees that have crisscrossed and snow that is packed on. There seems to be like 3 to 4 foot of clearance under this, but it seems to like be 10 to 15 feet wide in almost a circle kind of a divot. So think of a pothole in the ground flipped upside down, and that's the crawl space that's there. It is tight, but it should fit all of you, with a little bit of finagling and packing of snow and whatnots. But with a roll like that, you seal all the gaps, and you even have kind of like a pathway to go under the tree and into this little crevasse, which also gives you a degree of stealth as well. So, I assume you all crawl under?
Bring some rocks.
Sweet. Well, you just negated the Constitution check that I was going to have you make. So, as you guys go under this igloo under the tree, you guys have a moment to look at each other. Beaten, battered, bruised, cold, dark, semi-hungry, most likely. I mean, you just evaded Skaman. You just survived an avalanche.
Jane would look at everyone, sniffle a little bit, like, you guys look like shit.
I feel like hammered shit.
I look forward to leaving this day behind us.
Oh, my fucking ribs and my knee. Oh, God.
How's this look? And then if I would just try and move my knee around in like a certain, like this. Like this.
He's gonna just go and like pop his kneecap into place.
Every time you move your knee around, you get that clicking sound that older people get.
Oh, so like IRL. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And Khajiit's just muttering under his breath while like trying to warm up his hands.
Khajiit hates the fucking mountains and the cold. Fuck this shit.
The temperature down here is significantly better than out there. It's still cold, but it's not freezing, which is good news, especially with Motete and all the firebolt throwers heating up a rock at the same time. The rock would be able to resonate and at least stay warm enough to radiate in this tight area. It's like I said, it's not comfortable, but I'll tell you what, It's probably better than being outside. And on that, I'm going to say you all drift off to sleep. I'm assuming that's the plan here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Get a long rest in.
Time to meditate.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you all drift, let me roll a d20, actually.
No, let us rest.
I mean, we're all
Just
pretty
let us
exhausted, so.
Once everyone starts to go to sleep, Wrath is going to take his sentry's rest at like the mouth of it to kind of block it like he usually does to protect everybody.
It's okay. I didn't roll any encounter on the d20, so you're good. You all fall asleep and gain the benefits of a long rest as well as level 5.
Aw, baby.
So, level 5, does that mean we auto or back up to all of our hit points? Or how does that work? Because I have no hit dice left, and with long resting now, we have to use our hit dice to regain health.
Yeah, you know what? There was no specific rule to it, so let's just go as normal. As you level up, sure. Let's say you recharge. Why not? You all feel stronger when you wake up. So I'm okay with this one instance, because it's not every day you level up, so I'm fine with that. That's fine.
Okay, so level up long rest is like the old school long rest. Because they don't have to carry out.
has blessed us. Tal Rune has blessed us with her light.
Hey, baby, you got a second?
So,
look at his puppy.
Wait, do we level up our characters now?
Right now.
Shit.
Yeah, well, we could take
max?
we could take 5-10 minutes while you guys level up. It's not a problem.
It's a D6. I am spending my inspiration to get max health.
Yeah.
I think I have inspiration.
Whenever we do that, we just type in the health instead of rolling it, right? We just put in like 8.
To whatever your max would be for that roll, yeah.
Yeah.
While you guys do that, I'm actually going to grab another yogurt. I will be right back.
Wait, we're rolling for our hit points?
If you have... Yeah, you have to roll for hit points. Or no, roll for the level
don't forget
up.
to re-roll your ones.
Unless you have inspiration, then you get to just get the max.
And I keep forgetting to look at my hit dice. Rogue is a D8, right?
Ooh,
Rogue is a D6.
I don't think that's right.
Rogue's D8. I'm pretty sure.
No,
Because
Rogue
was
is
D6.
Rogue is a D8.
Rogue is a D6.
It's a D8. I just looked at it.
Yeah, Wizard's the D6.
When did they change
Wait,
that?
our clerics D8? Clerics are D8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right? Hello?
What?
Clerics are D8?
I don't know. Look at your character sheet.
Yeah, I
Level
think
up.
so.
Hold on, let me cancel the character mentor. Core. It's hit die, right? Your hit dice? D8, yeah. I'm going to use my information for max health.
Oh, sneak attack goes up. Uncanny dodge. I'll take it.
Ooh, I got my two new 3rd level spells.
You know, for the record, I think this is your first long rest since before the vault.
Yeah, we took... It was Shit River was our last long rest.
No, we took a long rest right before we went into the Golden Palace.
They were.
Yeah, it was Shit River.
We had the little room that we found the girl in.
Even my fiance just said, weren't they supposed to long rest like 3 weeks ago or 3 sessions ago or something, or even more than that? The answer to that is yes.
All right, I'll just take uncanny dodge and sneak attack damage. All right.
Ooh. And there's my inspiration spent for 32 health now, guys.
32. Ooh.
Roll20's being stupid and not letting me select my 2nd level spells.
Yeah, it's not letting me select my spells either.
For some reason, it thinks I can only select however many spells I can have prepared is how many spells I know. So,
Same.
So what we have to do, Jane, is go in and just search all of your spells in the Impendium and click and drag them over. That's what I had to do with the Artificer because Roll20's being stupid.
Alright, I'll do that. Hey, how many level 3 spells do
When you long rest, you lose a slot of exhaustion.
Yes.
1.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.
Ooh,
Alright, let me look at my level 3 spells. I think...
How come I can't change my max health?
You could just manually do it.
Also, you said this is old rules where it's like the magic level up and you feel so good.
I mean, I'm just gonna say you feel empowered. You're welcome to roleplay it however you want, but you know, this rest is a good one. Yeah, it's not every day you're gonna level up on a long rest, so you know, I'm okay with being like old school.
Oh, I need to roll my 2d4s.
What the fuck happened to my AC?
Wait, how do I know how many spells I get? I don't play spellcasters.
Yours just prepared, so you
20's being stupid, and with like everything but wizards, it's thinking that we only have known spells, not prepared spells. So we have to go in and manually put in all of our spells.
Okay. Frog, I think I was fucking with you for most of this campaign.
I'm all ears.
So that shield that I added into my inventory, I think it automatically added into my AC.
Yeah, +2. If you're wearing a shield.
So I think I should have been at 15 this whole time.
Okay, well you die.
Actually, let's go back and replay ever since he did it. So we'll just start back over from that
I guess
point.
I got away with some shit there.
That's alright. The story unfolded the way it should have.
Ooh,
the way it was meant to.
Hey guys, this is gonna be a great personality.
I didn't realize that Nieth was still with us. Let's kill him.
Me either. Nieth will always be with you.
Okay, I get 2 third level spells. Okay.
You guys are gonna love this new personality, guys.
I'm waiting
for it. Great.
Can't wait.
Dude, I am addicted to peach flavored Chobani yogurt, man. Oh my god. It is so good.
I just hope I can roleplay this pretty well, so my flaw is pretty apt to what I rolled for my flaw, so.
Well, surprise us, my friend. Surprise us. How much time do you guys need? Just so I know where everyone's at.
I'm gonna need a minute. I have to add all my spells in manually.
Okay.
I gotta pick one more spell.
No worries. Take your time. It's okay. Let me see here. Let's just say it's almost. Let's say if you guys get another 7 minutes each, you'll be all right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's just say we'll continue then at 5 after 10. That should be enough time. So an inadvertent break. That being said, bathroom time for me, and maybe one more yogurt.
Fuck my life, dude.
Ooh. How about let's get you a staff troop, buddy, huh?
Cleric spell list 5th edition, okay. So 3rd level.
Come on, Tucker.
What do I have already?
Oh, Motete, what spells did you take?
Sit.
I took Vampiric Touch and Phantom Speed.
Nice.
Down.
I took Summon Fey and Thunderstep.
Down.
All right. We should copy each other's homework.
Yes, we should.
Should I take Tongues? Tongues look like a good spell. I'll be able to. I think it's comprehend languages. Do you guys have that? Anyone?
Tongues lets you speak any language.
Is it?
I was slightly tempted to summon undead. I think it's.
I was very tempted to take Tiny Hut.
Yeah, me too. But I think that's kind of a cheese spell, so I don't like taking it. But Phantom Steed's pretty cool, and that's a ritual one.
Especially if we have 2 people to cast it, because then we can all have horses.
Alright, here's one level 3 spell. I'm taking Aura of Vitality.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that one's really good. And what about...
Don't you get all the spells?
Yeah, you get all the spells. You just have to have them prepared.
Oh, I get all the spells. Oh,
you can switch them up. You can switch them up every long rest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, I wish I would have known this already.
Oh yeah. You get access to the full spell list as a cleric.
So should I just add them all to my list?
Yeah. And then you just have to choose which ones to prepare every day.
Yeah, you can have so many prepared equal to like a certain number, and that's all your spells combined.
Dang it! Roll 20. Why do you make it seem like you can only have a certain amount of help spells?
Because roll 20 is stupid.
Well, I don't know what the. I mean, you're a cleric, right? So you still have to pick the spells you wish to use. You still have an X amount of spells you select. So it's, I mean, yeah, it's different. You have access to every spell that you can rotate in and out, but you still have to select which certain amount of spells you're going to take for what levels.
Yeah. But with Roll20, instead of just auto adding them all in and then letting us select which ones
you got to do it manually. I just want to make sure the numbers are right.
Yeah.
Okay, so like knowing every spell is different than having it prepared.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I get it now. Then I'll add all these spells to my spell list. And see
actually,
which ones
I have a cheat sheet here. 1 second here. It's a really cool phone app called 5e Character. And you just literally click classes, cleric, and table. So at level 5, you would know 4 cantrips. And at level 5, you'll have 4 first level spells, 3 second level spells, and 2 third level spells. And that's to cast, I believe. Yeah. So you'd have to select those. No, that's how many times you can cast those spells. Forgive me.
Yeah. There's a different list underneath your spell casting with like cleric and all that tell you how many spells you can have prepared at any given time. It's a base number, and then you can divide that out.
Yeah,
among your other.
I'm looking for that right now. Spell casting, see chapter 10, cleric spells, the first level, 3 cantrips, blah, blah, blah. Preparing casting spells, cleric, blah, 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 you list casting spells, for example, third level cleric, you'll have 4, whatever. I want to know how many spells you have.
I believe it's intelligence, wisdom plus level.
How many spell slots you have? First level. I know
There's
it's in
so
here.
many spells.
I'm on a fucking mission now. Dude, I know it's here. I've read it so many times, but why can I not find it? Third levels and fourth levels, but casting spell doesn't remove.
Yeah, you see, I thought we could only have a certain amount of spells, and that's the only spells we had. I didn't know that you had access to every spell.
You can choose a number of cleric spells equal to wisdom modifier plus your cleric level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wisdom mod plus... So it would be...
So 5 plus whatever your wisdom mod is, that's how many spells you can prepare per day.
I think it's 7.
Thank you.
It's your mod. Well, at least for Artificer, it's your intelligence modifier plus half your character level. Rounded down.
Yeah, for clerics, it's full character level plus wisdom
cool.
mod.
I'm going to write that down. 7 prepared spells. That's not including the domain spells, right?
Nope.
No,
Domain
those
spells
are
are
free.
free.
Yeah, those are free.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Nailed into stone.
All right, guys. Who needs more time?
I technically do because these are a lot of spells, and I didn't know. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I can just add them as we go.
Yeah, we're going to. I'm just trying to figure out why the music bot left the channel. It's kind of strange. I'm trying to fix that now. Let's use, why don't we use Matt Mercer's link today? Hydra, play, enter. Where did the bot go? The fuck happened? Dude, these bots are starting to really get me under my skin, man. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
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 The fuck? I think we lost music, guys. Let's try one more thing. The hell?
Both tongues. Oh, I did.
Wow, Hydra is not even in the channel anymore. I am sorry about that, guys. I don't know. There seems to be some Hydra issues going on behind the scenes. I don't know what happened. But I'm going to try to invite it back. Yeah. Authorize. Shit, I think Hydrabot's dead. Anyway, all right, we'll continue. So, as time passes, light shines through the snow kind of divots and cracks in the crag and where you guys kind of dipped in for the night. So, as the light begins to radiate down, you see in the hole in the ground. The hole in the ground, the light kind of radiates through. You guys pretty much all wake up almost simultaneously. Crooked, and well, for those that are of, flesh and blood, you feel, shit, my neck is stiff, my back kind of situation going on here. You hear just kind of wind gusting around the hole entry that you guys kind of slide through to get in here. You hear the but you all wake up and you kind of look around at each other. It's still kind of chilly out. Take it away, guys.
I just wanted to note that as you look at Ramil, he looks like he's completely frozen solid because he's all blues and whites now.
Is that to be expected?
He just turns like, it is what it is.
What do we do now? It is still freezing on this fucking mountain. We have no relic. We have no cube.
I would suggest we go back to our friend, the dragon, Ethor.
Who knows if he's still fucking alive? Familiar one spilled the beans that he was the one who sent us.
And Wrath spilled the beans to the dragon that we knew him.
Sorry, I was trying to keep us alive.
We should at least go see if he's okay.
I agree.
And Khajiit has absolutely nothing.
It is going to take us some time to get off this mountain and cross the desert.
But I do have a spell that I gained some insight into while I slept. A much needed slumber. And if you allow me a moment. Equius esperante vit.
And he is going to cast Phantom Steed.
Please link that.
Before we do anything, do we want to try and identify all the magic shit that we have with us? With our Arcana checks? It's like our characters don't know about all the shit that we have.
Yeah. I mean, if we had a pearl, I could use the identify spell, but...
Well, I mean, yeah, a lot of us could, but...
We still haven't found a fucking pearl.
Yeah, but we can use, with the Arcana table, we can roll on that to try and identify it.
I'm going to try to identify the beads that I have. I've done that before.
1 second, guys. My brain can only do so much at a time here. I'm still checking out this fucking weird-ass spell he just casted.
Phantom Steed's OP.
A puff of smoke. You increase your choose right. So, wow, how long does it last? For 1 hour, huh? Okay, so basically, it's basically a shadow mount of some sort, or a magical mount, right? What are you gonna use it for? To carry people or to carry stuff?
Yes. And also can it's not concentration, so I can cast multiple.
You know what?
Multiples of them.
You're absolutely right. Huh. Sure. But you're currently inside the tunnel yet, so I'm sure you're not casting it inside the tunnel, right? when you arise. I just wanted to make sure. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So, before that happens, Wrath made the suggestion of pulling all magic things kind of in the center to see what we get. Is basically the short story of what I just heard, I believe. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a question, because I know right now with exhaustion, like I still have a point of exhaustion. So I'd have disadvantage.
Correct.
So if Ramil helped me, because he's proficient in Arcana, that would make it a straight roll.
I'm willing to bend and say it's a straight roll, sure.
Okay, my question then was if all three of us that are proficient in Arcana,
I know this. It doesn't matter if there's multiple sources. If there's advantage and disadvantage, it's just a straight roll. Doesn't matter how many there is.
I didn't know the answer to that. That's why I was asking.
That's fair. That's fair.
I contributed.
I believe I put everything in the loot table somewhere up here. Where did I throw that fucking thing?
I fucking love teamwork.
I think it's on Roll20, isn't it?
Say what? It's on. Yeah, well, it's also here. It's fine. Okay, so how do you guys want to do it? So you're just gonna
Here, do mine first, and I'll toss my war pick at it, Wrath.
Okay.
All right, so let me open up the original first here because it's gonna take a little bit of multitasking for me. So just give me 1 hot second here.
Can I guidance them?
Sure.
All right, I'll guidance.
Where did I put it? I know it's in here somewhere.
Motete, do you have any exhaustion points, or are you...
I got 1 left.
Okay, I still have 1 left as well. I know Ramil has a bunch left.
I only have 2. I'm only at half speed.
Okay, so what are we doing first?
I guess we'll do the war pick. If someone, I'm assuming at least one of us is helping the other, so that way it's a straight roll. Okay.
Just let me know, because I'm not looking at the screen right now, so just let me know what you roll.
All right, I'll roll the Arcana check. And I get to add a D4 to it, right?
Correct.
Because of guidance? Alright, cool. 21.
You absolutely know, based on your databases and in your little Rolodex of memory banks there, you recognize this item. In particular, this war pick seems to have a little pictogram on the side. It has a kind of like an emblem from the Clockwork Wars. In fact, you recognize that you may have actually been in proximity of this, as you remember one of your leaders for your unit, we'll call it for now, was probably wielding this. You absolutely know that it's a vicious war pick, so you can look up the term vicious and apply it to this, and that's perfectly fine.
Okay, and then I'd relay that to Anatana, like what it does.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have to RP every single little thing, so we'll just kind of breeze through it.
Okay. The only thing I would say is, so does this make me your master?
I wouldn't have told you that I knew what it was. I knew what it was. Like, I wouldn't have just told you, like, oh yeah, this guy in charge of me had one. I would just say I know what it is from training.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
And then I know Ramil wanted to know the beads, so we'll do that one next.
Yes. Go ahead and let me know what you roll.
Are you giving me guidance again?
I'm sorry?
Sure.
I was asking Jane if she was giving me guidance again since it's a cantrip.
I don't see why not, unless Frog says no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're going to just be defaulting that every time.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah,
I didn't want to assume.
That's fair. That's fair.
Ooh.
What was the roll?
12. A 12.
With a 12, you're confident that it's magical. It has a certain smell to it of butt. But no, I'm just kidding. They're definitely beads. You're confident they're magical, but for some reason it just doesn't seem to click off of your memory banks on what specifically it's used for. But it's definitely magical.
It's magical, but I don't know what it is.
Oh, maybe I can take a look at them tomorrow.
Yes. And then I'm gonna try and identify my armor.
Sure.
The Mariner's plate.
Yep.
A 9. 12 total.
12 total. You recognize that it's magical, but because of the nature of the Mariner's plate, you just don't have dealings with this type of property, so therefore you just aren't able to recognize it.
And I assume since I don't know what it is, I can't attune to it. Because that would make sense to me.
You know what? With the concept, because you've been wearing it this whole time, huh?
Yeah. I've been wearing it since we left the vault.
Roll your Arcana again with the advantage. Just roll again.
Okay. Natural 20 for 27.
You've attuned to it. In the attunement process, you would recognize its properties, what it's capable of, and what it does. So you absolutely know what it is.
Okay.
Do my staff next.
Yeah, the Mariner's plate gives me a swimming speed, correct? I think that's what it does. All right, yeah, and then I'll try and do the staff. 10.
Magical.
12.
But the ideas of exactly what it is eludes you.
I'm not on my game today. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm going to hand over the stud leather armor that I've been wearing.
Okay.
The short bow.
A 12.
A 12 for the armor. It's magical. It seems to
cool.
The studs, as you kind of rotate the armor, the studs seem to glint and gleam a kind of a light, but it just doesn't seem to.
The ring bell.
Yeah. I'll hand over the short bow +1.
Okay. 22.
It's not magical, but it'll be treated as magical. But in game, it's
25.
not magical. You look at it and you're like, wow, this is some fine piece of fucking short bow work. Like, wow, look at the craftsmanship. The balance is perfect. The fucking twine on it is threaded. It's just some beautiful, immaculate short bow.
And then
is it one of the Holy Empire things?
1 second. Lastly, the gold dagger that I found in the armory. I want to see if he knows anything about it.
Okay.
The gold dagger that you found in the armory.
It was embedded into the desk.
Oh, okay.
All right. A natural 20 for 27.
It's not magical.
Pull that D4.
It's a gold-plated
the
dagger.
ring
It's just
Okay.
a gold-plated dagger. Wasted.
The ring mail of quote fire resistance unquote.
All right. 23.
Yes, you know exactly what it is and what it does.
Well, that's all the magic I had on me.
All right. I know we had a couple more things of magical armor. I think they were like padded armor or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know we have.
Khajiit's armor, I think, wasn't it?
No, there was some padded armor.
that was excess armor. I don't know who had it in their inventory, though, because I know I didn't have it.
I think it's on a ton now.
I know we have Motete's ring.
Oh, yeah. Motete, would you like me to examine your ring?
I thought we got that one, the storage ring, because
That's mine.
Jane has one, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So we did know what that one was.
So, but we
I
don't
thought there
know.
was two.
There's two right now. There's one that
Yeah.
already existed, and then I rolled one in the vault, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So there's
Yes.
2 rings of spell storing. I believe, Matete, I thought you had the spell storing ring.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
but
thought
I
you
think
gave
yeah,
us the
yeah.
identify.
No, I think they take different forms.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't look the same. Oh, you're right. That's why I
Okay.
did say that. It was a different style of ring. I
Okay.
apologize.
Okay. So then, yeah, I will
I
identify
do
that.
apologize. I do remember having that conversation with him. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I don't remember that. So thank you for clarifying.
Thank you for reminding me. Yes, you absolutely know. And here's the coolest thing.
25.
Here's the coolest thing about it. As you kind of investigate this ring, it smells, kind of has like a sulfurous smell to it, like one of fire. You're confident that this already has a spell use of fireball in it.
Okay. Then I would let Motete know that it has a fireball stored in it already, and that it's his ring of spell storing. Is that all the magic items? Or do we have
I think that's
more?
all we care about.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, I know we had the padded armor, so I'll do that one too. I just don't remember who has it.
I think Anaconda has it, doesn't he? If no one has it, then it was left in the vault.
No, we took it. We just
Yeah, we took
no one's
it.
using
Just-
it.
Yeah, a 14. I know it's magical.
Yes, you know it's magical.
Yeah. Yeah, I've identified all that I can for today.
All right. Now, mind
Yeah.
you, let's point of clarity. Remember, you're the one looking into these items. You're convinced at this point going forward, unless something happens via story that makes you look at it again like, oh, shit. Look what it says here in
Yeah.
the book. That must be what this is. You know what I mean? So you can't just do it one a
Yeah.
day. It needs to happen naturally. However, your cohorts are helping, right? Because they're giving you the straight rolls.
Well,
So-
Ramil's helping me. Motete hasn't done
Okay.
anything yet.
I mean, Matete would be able to give it a try, too, in fairness, if he wishes to.
Okay, yeah. And then I had a question,
Sure.
and I'm just curious. Is it possible to study one of the scroll spells without casting it to try and see if you could maybe cast from the scroll faster or something?
I understand the question, but I'm not understanding the context of the question.
Maybe to lower the DC. I'm not trying to get rid of the DC,
No,
but
I
if
see
I
what
was
you're
able
saying.
to study it.
I'll get back to you on that one. I don't have an answer at the moment. I got to think about that one. I know what you're trying to say, but I do not know yet. Let me sit on that one. That's a good question.
Yeah, no, that was just an idea that popped
Yeah.
in my head. So, all right, cool. And I am ready to rock and roll.
All right, guys. So as you've identified these items, the day is new. You're feeling fairly rejuvenated. Surprisingly, it seems like Skaman wasn't able to find you. The avalanche wasn't able to eat you. Hatsy hasn't been able to kill you. You have a direction. It looks like the main consensus is to somewhat look for Ethor, if I'm not mistaken here. So, as you all begin to hustle your way out of this hole. Who's out first?
I'm gonna go out first, and just while Motete is planning to cast his spell, I'm just going to be looking around and see if I can eye any of my stuff that might have come down in the avalanche.
As you come out of the hole, so once again, so just for clarity, it kind of dips down and then kind of comes up like a rabbit hole in a way. So as you're climbing your way out of this hole, you lift yourself through the hole, and out of the corner of your eye, you feel a point at your throat. Who are you? Where you come from? Why are you here? Are you here for me? Are you here for them?
What? I'm just fed up. Can I do a sleight of hand check to take the dagger away from my throat and put the dagger at whoever's throat?
Well, we haven't identified as a dagger, but as you kind of look up, and actually you're going to look up and see what's going on, you'll see what looks to be like a gnome holding a spear for him. For you, it's kind of like a stick with a fucking dagger on the end of it, held to your throat. So now that you know the context situation, what would you like to do?
Can I want to do I would like to do a sleight of hand to bat it away and then take a dagger and put it to his throat.
Sure. Absolutely. Roll your sleight of hand. You remember, you have -1 exhaustion. So I don't know what
Did we just get a long rest?
Yeah, but you only lose 1 exhaustion on long rest.
Yeah, I only had 1.
Oh, beautiful. So you're clear. Go ahead.
19.
With a 19, you kind of parry out this spear hard enough that it kind of ricochets out of the gnome's hand. You hear, ah! As you hold him blade point really, really, really fast at his throat.
Who the fuck are you? What are you doing with Khajiit's throat?
A little help here! And you kind of hear behind you the sounds of...
I don't know where you would lose him, Joseph, in less than a week. I don't know.
Sorry, what was that?
You hear the sound of, like, bowstring being pulled from behind you.
Can I make a grapple check? And, hold him hostage?
Sure! If you wish. And that'll be against my acrobatics, potentially.
Oh, God.
It's alright, you still beat me. So, as you kind of make your way really quickly behind him, holding this gnome, you see in front of you an elf standing kind of above where you guys are sleeping, on top of the branches and timber, kind of holding the bow at you. Release him.
The fuck do you want with us?
I can hit a flea from 300 yards.
And I can cut his throat easily enough.
We just want to know why you're here.
We're sightseeing. What the fuck do you think we're doing in an avalanche?
Fucker, dude. I'm trying to get into character. So, were you the cause of this mess?
Do we look like we could cause something like this? It was a fucking dragon.
You ran into Skaman, you have.
If that's what his fucking name was, I didn't ask.
Release my friend so we could talk civilized.
You put your bow down first.
Persuasion check.
$22.
Now release him.
I'll take the dagger off and just kind of throw him to the ground to the side.
Alman, are you okay? Yeah! Yes, thank you. Oh, these people. Everyone's so mean and hostile. As the gnome kind of dumps down into the snow, it's up to his fucking chest, and he goes over to the elf.
You pointed the weapon at Khajiit first.
Well, I didn't know what your purpose was. You just destroyed our backyard.
Again, it wasn't us. Everybody, we have company!
Wrath is going out of the hole. As soon as Khajiit yells that there's company, Wrath is out of the hole.
Do you just hear the reverse beeping beep, We
You guys.
The gnome kind of
Rebels.
climbs up the elf's back and kind of like sits on his shoulders. So how many of you guys are there?
Mill would probably be the last one out of the hole.
Okay.
You can count, can't you?
How many of you are there? And Wrath is like his gauntlet for his right hand is starting to kind of crackle a little bit.
Okay.
So he doesn't really know what the fuck's going on.
Well, hey, we mean no harm, but you gotta understand. You're in our backyard. We don't need to make sure it's all safe. That's all. Relax. I agree. They should relax.
We've had a very eventful 24 hours.
You guys look cold.
We came here not under our own volition. You have my apologies if we have disturbed your peace.
Oh, it's okay. We traveled through here. We were just collecting some root samples, but apparently, lo and behold, our roots are all overturned, and it's like a field day out here. Came across some footprints and some melted snow. Figured something was weird. Checking it out. Forgive us for being so aggressive in the beginning. It wasn't our purpose. I apologize.
None taken. So, where exactly are we? We kind of just appeared here.
Appeared here, huh?
I
Okay.
don't know what happened myself either. I kind of just woke up and I was here.
You're in the Northern Whitestone. I find it strange that you do not know this. Do you think he will know? I don't know. We could definitely ask. Where exactly are you guys from?
We were in Brecca yesterday.
Brecca. That's really far away. And you were there yesterday?
We got, you could say, teleported here.
Well, explains not having any winter clothes. You guys must be frigid.
You think?
Wrath gestures
Can't you
at
tell
the
it?
ice on it forming around his, like armor and metallic surface. You could say that.
Rebel justice to himself, who's completely blue and white. If you can't tell, I'm winter season. So.
Yeah, I caught that. You think we should? Jafina, you think we should? You know how he is about new people. You can't just leave him here. Yes, we can. They came here on their own. They could leave on their own. But look at them!
Oh, we didn't come here on our own, technically.
Yeah, we did not volunteer to come here. We were forced here.
Plus, we could really use the help. He's not gonna like it. It's extra mouths to feed. We're already running short, you know this. Oh, come on. If he yells at you, then say it was my fault. Well, that's the truth.
Hearing them talk about food, Wrath will kind of raise his hand now that it's not crackling anymore. I do not require sustenance.
One less, see? Things are getting better by the minute. The elf slings up his bow.
Hold on, guys. I got this. I've got this. I'll cast. Wait, hold on. Does anyone have water skins? I'll ask if they have water skins.
I know one person who doesn't.
Wrath has one, but I'm imagining it's frozen by now.
It probably is.
Do we have anything we can use as a container? Anyone?
No, I left my buckets at home.
Anyone else have a bucket on them? Do you guys have a bucket? He'll ask them.
No, all we have is our gathering sack.
Khajiit will literally turn out his empty pockets.
Tosses a Khajiit, like flicks a silver piece towards Khajiit. Now you have something.
It better smell nice.
Yeah, I'll hand him a platinum piece.
Well,
here you go, Khajiit.
Anatan is still carrying my money. All right.
Oh, is he? Okay. Then
Are
I'll
you
take
sure?
that
Maybe he got lost in the avalanche. Oh, jeez.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez, Rick.
Like, I can create enough food to nourish our party here.
Well, good. That might come in handy. You see? It's not always negative. Alman, let's just go. Let's finish our task.
I'm good at making and repairing things.
Well,
I can heal people.
I'll tell you what. You keep it cool and keep it calm. We'll take you to see Bertram. We have a post out here. We call it Bertram's Rest. And it's a place we call home. It's not much, but we are calm people. If we bring you, promise not to make any trouble.
All we seek is safe passage and perhaps a warm place to recover.
Well then, Bertram's Rest it is. Welcome! But first, we need to finish our task. We need to finish our collection of our roots. Why don't we meet here? Give us about an hour.
Very well.
Sure.
Sounds reasonable.
I hope you're right about this. Well, let's go finish our work. And the elf with the gnome riding like a child turns around and kind of hops behind and kind of trails off into the brush line. In the distance, you would see them. They're a couple 100 feet out at this point, and you would see them. They have a little sack, and the elf is kind of cutting up some roots from these overturned trees and whatnot, and kind of stuffing them in the bag. The gnome is just fucking pointing at things. Get that and whatnots. In the meantime, you guys have about an hour to burn while they're doing what appears to be their job. So what do you guys want to do in this hour?
Do we trust them, or should we be prepared for an attack?
That gnome seemed pretty trustworthy, I guess.
Or could they just be trying to get us into a false sense of security to attack us?
He didn't have a blade pointed at your throat.
No one can be trusted.
What if they leave and return with more? Maybe we should kill them now.
I'm not saying we kill them, but I'm saying...
No need for violence.
Yeah, let's hope for the best, prepare for the worst, so just be ready for anything. Keep watch.
You all decide what we're going to do. Khajiit is going to look for some of his things.
I'm not going to trust anyone.
Shivering away.
I don't think we need to outright kill them, but...
It would seem they're a much lesser threat than a dragon.
Yes.
That's fair.
It's just been a really stressful couple of days.
I'll say this. If these guys end up crossing our backs, I get to call who we kill from now on.
I want to argue with it, but that's actually decent logic.
I mean, he doesn't care who we kill.
Everyone dies eventually.
I'm going to go with Khajiit and help him look for his stuff.
Okay. Khajiit, give me an investigation with advantage because you got some help there. But you're going to have to roll really well.
This is good. Yeah, no, I imagine it's going to be a crapshoot. So this is going to be for any grayed out object that I sent you in that screenshot.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now. I got your character sheet open.
18.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Roll me a flat D20, please.
15.
Find 15 inches of rope.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I was really hoping that's what it was. It's like you find 15 feet of your 50-foot rope.
So, the funny thing is that the padded armor of radiant resistance.
Oh shit! I had that. I completely forgot. Oh shit!
Tonka had that.
Yeah, so the funny thing is that the padded armor of radiant resistance.
Tonka had that.
So, so the funny thing is that the padded armor of radiant resistance. Oh shit! I had that. I completely forgot. So it's grayed out, and that's number 14 on the grayed out. So 15 means you don't find anything.
Wow. All right, so all this is gone?
It's not around you that you can tell, but let's be real, an avalanche is hard to sift through.
Yeah, I just want to delete this off my inventory. All right.
Yeah.
While he's searching, could I ritually cast Detect Magic to see if I could see any of the magic shit that he lost?
Yeah.
That would. Well, no, that'd be. Would the potion glow?
Potions are technically magic items, so.
All right, so this would be the business card, the potion, and the padded armor.
Sure.
Yeah, so you just see Wrath start tinkering with the glasses things that he made, and then once the 10 minutes is up, they whoop.
And what were the items again there, Khajiit?
So Glimmin's business card.
Let's just put business. Okay.
The potion of diminution, or whatever it is.
Potion. Okay.
And then the padded armor of radiant resistance.
And then pad. All right. We're gonna make this because you're talking needle in a haystack here. So I want Wrath to roll a D20. If you roll a 1, 2, or 3, you find something.
I rolled an 18.
And unfortunately, nothing triggers outside of the magic items you guys have on your persons.
Okay.
So, deleting all the magic items now.
Sorry, man.
Such is Khajiit's luck.
It just means you get to find it again.
While they're doing that, would I have time to copy a first level spell off of Motete?
No. Yes, to a degree. Hold on. There's Motete. I don't know if you're more knowledgeable on this one. How long does it take per skill level or for spell level? Is it 1 hour per level?
Shoot. I have a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm looking it up too. I think it's like the back of my head is 1 hour per spell level.
And I thought too. So.
Copying spells. Copying spells from a wizard's spell book. It'll be a level plus 2 hour. A wizard can copy a spell scroll into their spell book, but in this case, you're pulling it off of somebody else, and I'm going to say it's the same general concept. It would be 50 gold pieces per level plus 2 hours, not counting the wizard school. So if a wizard level 5 finds a fireball spell, copy that in the spellbook for 150 gold. Materials, it takes about 6 hours. So a level 1 spell will take you 2 hours. So you can start the training on it. But where are you copying it to? Your spellbook?
My spellbook, yeah.
You would also need 50 gold to do so in material.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
But, so, I don't know if you have the material on you already in the context of gold value plus material. Like, if you have ink and whatnot, then I'm willing to work with you on that. But you won't be able to complete the task now.
I would not have ink, so never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you about last week.
Gotcha. But yeah, you can absolutely teach and copy each other's books. There's nothing, I have nothing negative to say about that. I don't see why that's not doable.
Okay, you just have to buy some ink. Got it.
You get the materials and then the gold plus the time value. But yeah, that's doable. Nevertheless, Anatanda, what are you doing during this hour of downtime?
Just getting more familiar with my weapons. Getting a feel for which combo feels the best for me. Is it Battle Axe Warhammer, Battle Axe Warpick, or Warpick Warhammer? Just trying to get a feel for which two combos feels best.
Fantastic. I'm assuming you're testing this out on a local branch or tree?
Sure. Sure.
You guys would hear just banging away on a tree trunk, and you just see chunks of tree flying in just bits and pieces of directions everywhere.
Once I got done helping Khajiit with investigating his stuff, if I have any time left, I didn't know if that would take the whole hour or not. Wrath would sit down and they'd see him start tinkering with stuff. And I'm
I'll
basically
say-
just flavoring how he gets his new spells.
I'll say 30 and 30. So 30 minutes of searching, 30 minutes of tinkering. However you wish to portray that in your head, I'm okay with. That's perfectly fine.
Khajiit would have been searching the whole time. You can give up whenever.
Yeah, and your pads of your hands, once again, they slowly accumulate with snow the more you kind of sift through. It's very uncomfortable, very cold. Jane, you're the only person, you and Motete, I haven't heard what you guys doing this hour.
Alright, Jane, after yesterday, she'd be praying to her goddess, thanking her for having Keji and Motete find her in time, for bestowing upon her some new powers. And she'd just be doing that for the hour. Showing gratitude to her goddess.
Roll me a religion check, please, and if you have an exhaustion, it would still be at a negative.
I do not have an exhaustion, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter. You speak to your god, but you get a sense as if she's not listening. Ramil, I know you said you wanted to copy the book, so we're going to leave that there. As you kind of converse with Motete. So Motete, Ramil's talking to you about your spell book and kind of planning and kind of asking to kind of look through which spells you're cool with if you can copy down. How do you respond to
that? He's literally an open book.
Knowledge is power. Absolutely.
And so I just imagine me, Motete, nerding out with both our books open. Like, oh, this is the spells I got. This is...
Actually, yeah, I don't have access to your spell list. So, like, what sort of stuff? What sort of spells do you have?
Yeah. I will have to send it to you.
I can do you one better. Motete, give me one hot second here.
I mean, I don't mind my sheet being visible to other people.
Yeah, I know. It's for other. It's for reasons, but you should be able to open up Ramil's character sheet now and see his spell list now. And I'll do the same thing for your character sheet for Ramil.
Frog, I have a question.
Yeah.
One of my spells that I have access to now requires 25 gold worth of gold dust.
What's the other spell?
I use the arcane lock? Could I use my jeweler's kit or smith tools to take 25 gold pieces and turn that into the gold dust to make my own components?
As long as you're deducting it from your gold,
yeah.
That sounds completely logical to me. I'm cool with that.
Okay, cool.
That's fucking cool as shit, dude. That's well done. Good thinking. All right, guys. Awesome. So after an hour passes, all right, our bags are full. You ready to head on out?
Ready as I'll ever be. I can't wait to get out of this cold.
Looks like your friend there's having a problem with his paws. Referencing the chunks of ice that seem to be stuck to your hands, Khajiit.
He's just gonna sneer and just start rubbing his hands up against his arms.
Come. Well, there's plenty of warm fire where we're going. As you guys walk, the elf and the gnome who's riding on the elf, they seem to kind of hum and sing as they walk. They seem to be very happy-go-lucky kind of folk. The yin and yang, one would say. The elf being the stable, down-to-earth, while this gnome seems to be very upbeat and happy. Every once in a while, this gnome would kind of turn around and smile to you guys like he's proud. Like, yeah, you're gonna love it here. I swear, it's gonna be fantastic. One of the only mountain rest areas, village, whatever you want to call it. We don't even know. We just put up stuff. We have a field of herbs. It's going to be fantastic. Bertram's going to be excited to see new people. You know Bertram doesn't like visitors. Yeah, but, you can only be alone for so long before you gotta get a conversation with someone. Plus, I'm sure he's going to want to test out his potions on some of these people. Okay.
Wait, what?
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, wrath has been the test subject enough.
No. Let me rephrase. Bertram, he's a master alchemist. He came to the mountains himself. He chooses to be here because of a rare herb that grows, and it only grows in frigid climates, but we have to harvest it. These roots get turned into a paste that allows these herbs to grow in a frozen patch of soil. The soil is very special here, very special indeed. Whitestone is actually quite fertile if you can get to the right place.
Is he going to force us to? I am not being a test subject.
No, nothing like that. I'm sure he's gonna ask you to maybe try some, but it's up to you, really. I mean, look at us. We're still here.
Wrath does not feel very comfortable and is thinking to himself, if they try and turn any of us into test subjects, he will raise their hovel to the ground and is kind of standoffish from them after that.
Seeing Wrath's posture, I would just lean in and just say,
It's not too late. We could kill them before they have the chance to kill us.
We will see. And I'm assuming this is a quiet conversation, so
yeah, I mean, the two are in front of you. Let's just say 30 feet.
Let's see how it goes. We do need a warm place to stay, but if they try turning any of us into guinea pigs, I will slaughter them all.
On a ton of wrath. We have been through quite an ordeal. Perhaps this has taken quite a psychic toll on your souls. You need to be a little bit more trusting.
I was a test subject for a very long time. I'm not going back to being one.
I was turned into a test subject, so I completely relate to you, Wrath.
Out of character, you guys have PTSD. You need
and now a lot of issues.
You need to trust a little bit.
Yeah. Fucking, what's that story? Chicken Little, the sky is falling.
Yeah.
Alright, so, yeah, you're gonna love it. We happen to have some extra huts you can stay in. You can stay together if you want. But Bertram's gonna be excited to speak to you. I promise you. He's a good guy. He comes straight from the Holy Empire. He separated himself from the Holy Empire. He wanted to advance his own alchemical skills, but he can't do that under the guise or under the view of the king, because the king, tries to make... Let Bertram explain his story, please. Sorry, I get ahead of myself. Come on, we're almost there.
Zarkul would have loved this guy.
Who's Zarkul?
He was a friend we lost.
Oh, lost, like in the snow?
No, he's dead.
Everyone dies eventually.
Oh, well, that's terrible. I'm really sorry to hear about your loss.
He was an alchemist, though. He dabbled in it. He would have enjoyed speaking with your boss.
Oh my, yes, I'm sure they would have gotten along. Alchemists tend to share stories and whatnots and recipes. I see there would have been some perks there, but alas, I'm sorry. Sometimes you put your foot in your mouth again, didn't you? Yeah, I talk a lot. I'm sorry. Right this way. We're almost there. As you get to the shelf end, and the music is appropriate for this. The music's back. When the hell did it come back?
The music.
Yeah, it just popped back in.
So as the shelf kind of goes down, you all march up to the edge of this, and you kind of, in front of you, you see the gnome going down in elevation. It kind of breaks your line of sight as you guys, keep up. You look down from a higher elevation, and you guys would see this. And below, you see a small little village, gathering, hut, whatever word you wish to describe this this display of homes and whatnot. What you find strange is that there, at a glance, there seems to be these fields, much like farming fields, but they seem to be mostly devoid of snow, which is peculiar to most. There seems to be above the elevation, so the elevation goes up, towards my statue. The elevation goes up a little bit, so this little Bertram's Rest is on kind of a hillside, but not a crazy incline. There's one standalone building, seems to be the largest out of all, and there's like a puff of smoke coming out of a chimney from that location as well. And as the camera is like behind all of you guys standing in a line looking down, the camera would just kind of peel above you and kind of look down at Bertram's Rest. And I feel that would be an appropriate curtain call for tonight's session.
About to have a spa day, guys.
We need a nice sauna.
We need like a couple days of R&R here, because we've been through some shit, literal shit.
So, guys, that's tonight's session. I feel that would be an appropriate place. There's no sense opening up some sort of can or whatnot, and not being able to finish the full thought process. So here is a good place to stop. Let me kill the stream. We can do our after action report, and then we'll go from there. Those that are watching, thank you. Same time tomorrow. Toodaloo.